All right, so what's everyone been doing?
Writing fan fiction.
Party rock shoes.
Party rock shoes.
Yeah, you've been doing
I got
some
2
work
more
on
to
those
finish
shoes.
after the session. And
Oh my god.
I'm
everyone just being a
basically
party rocker
drinking
for
tea
Halloween?
nonstop.
I guess so. And apparently, half of them are going to the same party.
Wait, the party is in Arizona, right?
No, it's in California.
Oh, I mean,
And
either makes
assume
sense
it's
to
like
me.
a block party. I am.
No, they're all going to be dead next
still
week.
unclear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to bring the mood down,
That
but
was
that's
a
the
rabbit
problem.
hole I fell down.
There is an influencer acquaintance of mine I went to college with.
I want to know who you're talking about. Do I know that?
Did you know Vinova? She was the South African woman.
Does she live here?
Yeah, she lives in America. She went to Columbia.
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
but she literally every single day is just her out at some bar or club where there's just hundreds of people.
That's crazy to
And it's just like, what is going on? They just live in a world that is completely different from the world that I live in, at least.
Well, and is it in the States, though?
I think so.
Okay, because I was like, if it's not in the States, and other countries have...
I think she lives in
Done
like
better.
Miami.
I go to...
Oh, Miami. Well, the home of bad
that's fine.
decisions.
My favorite vegan pizza in the city of Chicago is Demo's, and it's right at 3 Corners in Wicker Park. And I get it to pick up on my way home from work, and every time that I'm parked there picking my pizza up, just hordes of people, like, little dresses, everybody's, like, carrying a little bag, and it's like,
Yeah.
where are you going? What are you guys doing?
Don't know.
What club
same
in
up by
Wicker
Brittany.
Park is open?
The
Probably...
number of people
I would
living in a
guess-
different universe than me is shocking.
It's amazing.
Like
I would
people
guess
like straight
probably-
up going out,
Yeah.
like all
Just
like
like
in
it's normal.
heels and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's insane. Anyway, welcome everyone to Zabonera.
Do you want to play some D&D?
Yeah, let's play some D&D.
Since we're all here.
We did say soft start at 12:30, so we're good. Anyway,
Sure.
last time on the Bone Era, y'all were in town for longer than I expected, but that was awesome because you decided to go out to a nightclub. I don't remember anything that happened prior to that. I think there was just conversation.
Nothing.
Yeah, that was the
No,
highlight.
Mild
We had
shopping.
Mild shopping.
bit
You went. Yeah,
praying.
you did shop a bit. You prayed a bit. Sure.
We bought
exhausted.
sweaters.
You bought sweaters and made by that one's grandniece. You then went out to a nightclub because we can't do it in real life. And you met the proprietor, and you listened to a halfling band from the grotto off to the east, who were playing on these magically enchanted instruments and playing some cool EDM that I wrote a long time ago.
It was lit.
And yeah, so that was fun.
That music available on SoundCloud.
It's on
Yes.
Bandcamp, actually. You can buy it.
Bandcamp. Dang it.
It's also on SoundCloud if you just want to listen to it, but you should go buy it. It's on sockanier.bandcamp.com. I'll put a link in the thing. Anyway, yes, and then the next day or so, you heard about this blizzard, and you wanted to get off and get going as quickly as possible, and the Silver Lady was cool with that, and you headed off on the Silver Lady. The first day was cold and boring and nothing much happened. But you did play poker,
And we were all hungover.
and yes,
Yeah,
and this-
Yeah,
Sure,
we
so
all
we-
nursed hangovers.
Does anyone have a point of exhaustion except me?
no, you shouldn't. It
I
shouldn't
did.
be because
We
you
took
slept.
a long rest,
But
yeah.
we are
had-
done with that.
We had one day. Of,
Didn't we do something on the boat?
You
Yeah, I thought the
gambled.
boat was
Well, the
like
first-
rocking too much for some of us to.
Oh,
get
then
full
maybe
sleep.
you did have it.
I can't remember.
If it's marked, no, you had
Yeah,
it
is
during the battle.
marked?
You were the
Yeah,
only
you have
one. Char was the only
you
one.
You have a condition. Yeah, it's
Right.
on your condition.
I remember
So-
now. Char was
okay.
the only one to have the exhaustion during the battle because
Okay.
of seasickness or something.
Right. Okay,
Um,
cool.
I don't remember exactly, but
Yeah,
something.
no,
like
that sounds right.
Anyway, as you went, the next day came, and a blizzard from a ways away seemed to chase your boat down. And it crashed into the boat, and this massive blizzard happened around. You couldn't see beyond like 30 feet. And these creatures, these elemental beings made of ice and electricity, appeared on the ship and began attacking. Luckily, the heroes of the day were here this time instead of nobody, like last time the Silver Lady made its voyage to Talor. And you were able to, relatively handily, fight off all of these beasts.
And nobody died.
And no one died.
We fucking did it, guys.
Amazing. So proud of us.
As you defeated these monsters, the blizzard immediately sort of dies down. But what doesn't die down is the fog. The visibility around the ship is still really awful.
Poo garbage.
Poo garbage. You can maybe see 60 feet. Well, no, you can see 30 feet, and it's just this like thing of fog all wrapping around the ship from what you can.
Everyone but Kieran.
What would you like to do on this ship?
I would like to try standing at the bow and casting light to see if I can help give us a
Okay.
little bit more visibility.
You go up to the bow of the ship. You see the magnificent sort of bust of the woman that's on the front. The
oh
silver
shoot!
lady.
I don't have light. Never mind. Why did I think I
do.
had that?
I will do dancing lights around. the
Ignore
front of the
me.
Okay.
He's flying, guys.
Dancing lights go around. I mean, it's just light reflecting in fog is,
this-
it's like high beams in
Yeah,
fog.
so it does really help. I'll kill it if it.
Yeah, it doesn't
help at
really
all.
do anything. It's still like day, so it's sort of
Is
brightish out anyway.
I mean, I'm assuming that this is just like run-of-the-mill fog. It doesn't feel like anything any of us have run into, either dream-wise or no.
Make an Arcana check if you want.
Please
no
don't
creepy
fuck
sirens
me
in
up.
this fog.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
That's a 9.
Seems like fog to you.
All right, excellent. Love that.
Well, Captain, should we have the crew check the boat for any damage? I'm not familiar, other than the illusionary damage on the boat, of what needs to be done.
Yes, old Mobo. And old Mobo comes up. Have the crew examine for any additional damage. Also, I must say, having you all here, she says, very, very different from last time. We ran into similar creatures, but this time they were subdued much faster and with less death. Death? Yes.
Yes.
Were the creatures that we ran into today responsible for what happened to the ship? All of the
Yes.
unhealed damage?
That is right. They
Are there
ripped
any
into it
other-
and we didn't have much defense, so...
Are there any other kinds of creatures that you guys have run into out here that maybe we should like be on the lookout for, or shall like
Most of it
prepare
was
ourselves
just
to run into?
this
Those
sort of
guys?
thing, yes. Elemental beasts following
Okay,
the
that's-
storm.
That's doable. I just didn't know if there was any like other little beasties out here.
Not that I know of.
Well, that's encouraging.
We did it once. We can do it again.
Axikras and Kieran, I want to thank you so much for helping me out in that battle. I know I fainted for a moment there, and I imagine one of you must have come to my aid during that time. Was it you, Axikras?
I helped a bit, yes.
Oh, well, thank you so much. You can't imagine how indebted I am to you, and I'm going to try and give him 10 gold.
Stop bribing our friends.
No, it was the least I could do.
William made Nala nervous about it.
I'll try and give 5 gold.
If it will make you feel better.
Get some material components with that.
5 gold.
Oh my god, Nala.
Nala and her
Nala
component
pays
payments.
you for 5 gold, evidently.
You're too kind.
No, you're too kind for helping.
Chill out, Nala.
Of course. I can only assume you would have done the same. You know, if you had magical skills.
Magical healing skills.
Yeah, specifically healing skills.
She can set things on fire.
Fire.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
that's
say,
not...
She's dope, yeah.
So there's a lot Nola can do. The healing portion is
Not
Not it.
really.
not in your
quite my
wheelhouse.
forte. No.
no.
I rely heavily on the generosity of others to bring myself back into the game. Or into life.
Indeed. It is my honest belief that every single person in a society is necessary for the successful functioning of that society. We all have something to contribute, and when your time comes to contribute it, you should do it. That's what I think.
I think that's
We got a Marxist in here.
I think that's a mighty fine. I'm really happy to hear you say that, considering you're trying to get the Empire back on its feet. It's a much different perspective than they've held in the past. That's for sure.
Yes, it is. It is indeed. That's one of the biggest problems. Revolutionary ideas call for revolution, and that's no small thing to ask for.
Exactly. Are you planning like a full-on revolution? I thought things were like in a state of flux.
Absolutely they are. I and my friends are hoping that we can inspire the populace towards democracy.
And sorry, I know that we already chatted about this. Remind me how you're going to inspire them?
Well, our thought is that with a sufficient show of force, we can allay the other side of the conversation enough that we can have the conversation to ourselves.
So you're trying to rally the people with a great... what? Like...
Show of power.
A show of power. Exactly. Excellent. Okay. I was just curious.
I hope we have your vote.
Well, I mean, I don't really
as a third-party individual with absolutely no personal stake in the matter.
Absolutely. I don't think I'm technically a citizen of the Empire any longer.
Well, that's too bad.
I mean, it's my home, but I don't really think it's someplace that I can, necessarily go back to in the state that it's currently in. But maybe if things shift around a little bit, then I'll feel a little more comfortable returning.
That makes good sense. It's a challenging place right now, to be sure.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I left.
That's why I left too, I guess.
For very different reasons. But
Yes, indeed.
Well, if anyone, I mean, I'm assuming that... How are we all feeling, generally?
I'd like to
Not great.
You see that Nala is kind of like sitting next to Kieran the entire time.
Yeah, we're just taking a sit down.
Yeah.
Okay,
Give me a minute.
I don't know if we wanted to, maybe, rest for an hour or so, or...
What time of day is it?
I don't know. It's
Well, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I want to be... I don't necessarily want to, expend all of our, magic healing.
Wait. I'll
we
just
good?
cast one.
Oh, okay.
My page will load.
I mean, I'll let y'all take all the healing, because I don't need it.
I can only get rid of exhaustion with a long rest, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
4 hours for you.
No, it's still
Well, it's 4
8
hours, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's 4 hours for you. It's just It's just you can't
could try
can't
to
do a
take it.
4 hours really quick is
Yeah.
what the difference
Yeah.
was.
I will
You could attempt it
cast
if you want.
Yeah.
Mass Cure Wounds.
Mass Cure Wounds. All right.
Yes.
So you cast that on everybody in the area.
And I hit the rolly button, but it's taking its time, so I'll tell you guys what you get in a minute. 32.
32. Everybody gets 32 points.
Oh,
Wow, I'll
I
take
feel
Excellent.
2 of those.
You only got hurt for 2?
Yeah, but I'm exhausted. I just need to sleep.
Or meditate.
Oh, weird. Do you have to do something to save your status?
You shouldn't have to.
What do you mean?
When I pulled up my sheet, it doesn't have any damage left on it. Oh, but it has slots. I must have been healed enough at the end of the fight.
possible.
Kieran did drop a
Oh, right. Maybe that's
area
what healed me.
healing as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you must have been healed at the end. That's fine. It's not a big
Cool.
deal.
But my slots are still marked, so all right.
All right.
All right. So as this day goes on, you sense tensions on the ship are a little high, although maybe not as not as high as they might be had, everything
Someone
gone to
died.
shit and a bunch of
Should
people
hope
had died.
not. Everyone should feel fine. We got
I mean,
this.
they still got attacked, and so you hear sort of whispers of people going, oh, I'm sure glad they were there, because I don't know what we would have done, sort of things like that. So
Probably
you
dead.
are appreciated as defenders of the ship.
During the
Friends.
day,
I've just had a terrible realization.
What?
Once we get off this ship, we won't be on it anymore.
Yeah, they'll have to go back without us.
well,
That's not a problem for
when
For
we-
us.
us.
Yeah, for us, it's not. We can easily get back to where we came
mainland.
from, but to Vesa and or Oster. But for you, my man, you may want to follow up with the Silver Lady, see how long she's going to possibly be in port, because she did say that she is bringing cargo, and that would specify it would probably take a little bit of time for her to unload and possibly reload any wares that she might try and transport. So you might be able to have a little bit of time if you follow up with the captain.
Potentially. That's a problem I'll solve when we get there.
We can't put them through like a portal and push them back.
The boat.
Yeah.
The boat.
No.
Can't make a really big portal.
Biggest portal would send them to your house.
Can we cast enlarge on the portal?
No.
Can we
Or
shrink,
shrink
the boat?
on the ship. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could
I don't
certainly
know.
try.
Just have them
I
walk
don't have
through,
that
sure.
ability.
We could
Michelle.
make the boat small.
I don't. Do you?
I mean,
do you have that
technically-
spell? Are you able to?
No.
I could try to use the Wand of Wonder enough times to see if I actually got anything that would shrink it.
All right, 1 out of 100 chance, guys.
And does it
Five out of
Today it's
100.
purple, tomorrow
Does
it's a
it-
hippopotamus.
Oh my god.
Does it stay shrunk or enlarged forever?
It's
or
like a
for
minute or
certain
something.
period? A
A
minute.
Yeah,
minute?
it's like a
That's
minute.
enough time.
But we would send them back to the castle, and I really don't think your friend.
Yeah, you're right. Good point.
Like you send him to the castle,
Yes,
and then the
none of
boat
When it
like,
fails them, the boat
expands.
expands in the castle.
Yeah.
Just
Oh my god.
The only location
We
that
could send
is
them to the
close-
house and then take the house
No,
to.
I think-
We've already
I
had
think-
enough
yeah.
trouble with strangers in the house.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
We really. We,
No one
this
else
is-
is
We don't
getting
need
to the
to
house.
get
this is
morale more
an
visitors.
opportunity
There's
for us
some
not to
horrors
meddle.
in this house.
What you said you were gonna do something during the day?
Oh, I was
Are you gonna
just
do
going,
craft time?
Yes, if
I'd like
it's
to
not-
join in on craft time.
I couldn't before because the boat was rocking because of the blizzard.
It
but
has
if
it has calmed down a bit. You would be able to do craft time, a couple of hours. Yes.
I would finish the necrotic arrow
All right.
I worked on
Very cool.
and give that to Shar.
You have a necrotic arrow that does 2d6 worth of necrotic damage as well.
So now I have 2.
No, you got that's the first one.
Oh, then I already added it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Nice.
Anyone else doing
It's a
anything
dark heart arrow.
today?
Dark Heart Arrow.
Are there any books available on the ship?
You asked this before. There are no
Oh,
books
dang.
available on the ship.
We offered
glad
you
the answer's the
our
same.
Starved
Nathaniel Stein
Yes,
collection.
you have read the Nathaniel Stein collection.
Yes, I reread the one book I brought with me.
Okay.
Is it by Nathaniel Stein?
It's not, I'm sure.
It's not by
Rats.
Nathaniel Stein.
Well,
Some
what good
Imperial.
is it?
Yeah, what book are you reading?
Oh, it's almost certainly a treatise on democratic philosophy from some long dead
Sure.
imperial
Sure.
philosopher.
Cool. So you read your boring book.
Yep.
Actually, it's not. As somebody who reads a lot of political stuff nowadays, it's pretty much all I read. So, anyway, anyone else doing anything?
I'm probably
afternoon
just
goes?
like playing my lute or whatever.
Okay, you try and
Like,
keep
just
up
hanging out.
spirits.
Yeah.
And you play some music. And about 5 hours later, so, it's 6 o'clock, the sun is starting to go down, but the fog is still there. You hear, No! Get me out of here! No!
Help! No.
And you all,
Oh, boy.
standing on the deck, you rush down to see what the commotion is, because it's muffled and underneath the thing. And there is a sailor being held back and like being pushing off away from his fellow sailors. And he like elbows one of them in the face and shoves the other one off and just screams like bloody murder. No, get me out of here. And you see out of his eyes is like these sort of tears of fog, of mist coming out of his eyes as he sprints past you all who are on sort of the stairs.
We didn't grab him.
Okay.
I will help.
Make
grab
a
him.
strength check, both of you, contested against his.
I can do that.
Yeah, Win can do that.
13.
Strength or athletics?
Strength. It's contested strength
Okay.
for grappling.
Okay. 19.
19. He rolled really bad. So you grab him and he just keeps screaming,
And
no,
I will,
you gotta
I
let
will
me out.
cast.
You gotta
I
let
will
me out of
cast
here.
calm emotions.
You gotta let me out of here as the spell takes effect. He's still, the mist is coming out of his eyes, and his pupils are like super dilated, and he's like calmer and not struggling quite as much, but still somewhat, and just sort of begging you to let him go up on deck and get him out of
yeah.
here.
Yell for Axikras.
And
Come
I
look at this mist.
We're
As
not
I
on
have
the
him
deck.
calm emo-
We're still on the stairs.
You basically, all of you went down and
Okay.
in
Yeah,
our
I'm
mind
there.
palace. Yeah, Wynn and Nala got down there first so that they grabbed him, and then
Okay.
Lilia stepped up to do that. And you then bring him downstairs where the rest of the crew and now the Silver Lady joins you.
Okay.
And everybody else gathers around as some of the other sailors sort of tie him to a chair.
I like try to ask him as like after like he's a little bit more subdued. I'm like, you have to tell me where you are. Where are you?
I'm on the Silver Lady. I'm in the channel. We're going to Talor. I gotta get out of here. I gotta leave.
What? Why do you have to leave?
Because they see me. They see me. I gotta go.
Who sees you?
The eyes see me. They're there. I need to get underwater. Underwater, they can't see me there. I can hide. I can hide.
You do not have to get underwater.
I gotta go.
Whose eyes?
Make a persuasion check, Lilia.
While she's talking to him, I'm looking at the misty eyes. Not
Okay.
talking.
That's
to him,
a-
just looking
Yeah,
at
the
him.
misty eyes
Have
are
we ever
definitely.
seen
This is
anything
like
like,
what we
that
need to
before? It's
check
not
out now.
Salvador Misty Eyes, right?
No.
I'm wondering if it's something I
They're
can
fog
spread.
eyes.
I'm trying to figure out, is this something that, like, lesser restoration would help?
You could try.
Possible.
Ansel and Nala, please make Arcana checks. And what was your persuasion, Lilia?
30.
30. So he at least somewhat calms down, but you see him sort of twitching. It's like, I don't know whose eyes. It's that laugh. It's that terrible laugh. It's like he knows I'm here and doesn't want me to go there, and he wants me to hide. I want to hide.
Who is he?
I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe someone from Talor is
15 on
spying.
the Arcana check.
26. on the Arcana
26.
check.
Ansel, you recognize this mist.
Do
Axikras.
I? Can I extract it?
You can give it a go. I would say with that, I'll just let you that Arcana check transfer over, and you just sort of step up, and what do you say as you walk up to this guy who's tied to a chair and weeping?
I'd like to try applying life transference to this check.
Life transference? Oh, because you're a... Right. Let me just read what that does. Where's that at?
It's not super applicable, but it feels like the right sort of magic.
Where is that?
Is it under
It is a
feature?
level 3
it's a
spell, yeah.
Okay. That's fine. So as you sort of take in... So you reach up to his face, and he sort of flinches away. Mm-hmm. Well, what are you doing?
Be calm, friend. You have been visited by the mist.
Okay. Make a persuasion check for funsies.
Oh, whoops. 10.
His eyes go wide.
And I go, it's okay. It's all right.
Okay, and because of Lilia's excellent persuasion and calm emotions, you're fine. It was just like if it was a natural one, he'd probably have freaked out some more. But
Oh, yeah.
He's letting you do that, and you reach up and you sort of draw it in, and the mist sort of comes from his eyes and wraps around your hands. And as you do it, you touch him with this, or it's 30 feet actually, so out of you comes this sort of tendrils of magic that switch. They replace the mist that goes in, and these tendrils go out. And he sort of slumps as soon as all the mist is out of him, and then the healing magic, and you take 4d8 points of damage.
Yep.
And you heal him, but he's a sailor and not an adventurer, so he doesn't have much health. So you basically, he did seem a little injured in some way. At least it gives him some vitality back. And he sits there.
It's 22 hit points if that matters at all.
Th-
Breathe, friend.
Thank you.
You've been blessed in a strange way.
It didn't feel like no blessing, man.
It never does.
Could someone please untie me? I need to go lay down, I think. And
we
the
can
silver
untie
lady
him.
like nods and lets you and another sailor untie the man. And he sort of gets helped up out of the chair and walks off to go lay down. Well, says the silver lady. That was exciting. Everybody back to their posts. Bonera, if you think of anything about what this is, tell me later.
Yeah.
I have to go man the ship. She heads up.
We all
I
kind of
look
look at Axikras.
Let's cross. What do you mean by blessed?
The mist that we are traveling through, I suspected, is similar to the mist back home. The mist of my home forests.
Right.
This mist houses, shrouds, and protects the interplanar rift.
Would this
The magic
be...
is raw and facile. You can manipulate it. You can use it. That man clearly has some affinity for it, but does not know how to deal with it. I do worry that more of the crew will have a similar response. We should
But-
keep an eye.
Do you know at all, because he was talking about how he was watching and there were eyes. Do you have any idea what that might be? Because all I know is that the place where we're going, any he I can connect to it is not a good one.
Cameron, is there an Arcana or an Intelligence check I can roll? This isn't ringing any bells with anything I've seen in the Portal Beyond, but
It does not ring any bells for you. There is no check that you could make for that as far as
Gotcha.
your experience.
anything I could guess would be just that, a guess. There is nothing in my experience to put a individual or entity to this mist. It has not previously had motive as such.
Right. Okay.
Well, we do know that Talor is just completely surrounded in this same mist. I assume it's not different mist, and we also know that Talor is where Morlos was brought back and where all the energy is concentrated that is needed to possibly bring him back again. So if there's a rift there, that might make sense because even though Morlos was shut away in Talor, he ended up way up north in Arkala. I don't know. This is a puzzle we're trying to put together, and I think you just gave us some pieces, but I still don't know in what order they go in.
Right.
That seems like a very reasonable guess.
Axikras, in your experiences, you said that it was similar to an interplanar rift. Between which planes?
Well, that's the trouble, is the rift back home is so small that we've no idea where it goes. It's just enough to give us that little bit of power in that one part of the forest.
Right. Okay.
It's one of the reasons I came here to Talor, quested for so long, is for a rift large enough to get enough power to see what it means and give us the capability that we need to reform a nation.
Okay.
My only hope was that I was strong enough as a wizard to withstand whatever unknowns I ran into.
Sure.
I suspect you too are strong enough to withstand those unknowns.
With fingers crossed. I'm just there's a lot of different pieces that I'm trying to put together, and it's all.
It sounds
mixed.
as though you lot have got quite the riddle on your hands. Would it help to state the pieces out loud?
Well, it's part of the issue is it's a riddle that we're trying to figure out of a disagreement between gods, and gods who are notoriously bad at giving specific details.
Terrible communication skills, those gods.
Yes, my god in particular really loves to just exclude important information that might be good for people to know.
May I ask who your god is?
It's like a big eye roll. We're not on speaking terms at the moment. His name is Yaren, god of chaos and fate.
Well, if that's his appellation, I'm hardly surprised.
Oh, no, me neither. It's just I grew up with one god and then it switched over to another one. So, I mean, I'm assuming you know about Lyra. And
you would.
I'm assuming I do too.
Axikras would know about Lyra. Big in the Empire.
Yeah. She is actually my parents named me after her. All of that nonsense. So, grew up with her, and I don't know if she has any stake in this. Of course, we are absolutely not on speaking terms after she dumped me on my ass. But Yaren is very much tied into the whole trying to prevent the end of the world thing from happening.
Definitely a worthy cause.
At least that's what he's told us. However, some of his actions, or at least perceived actions recently, have been the opposite of that. Mixed with the fact that we're going to, essentially the burial ground of a very powerful, very angry ancient god, who has many different cults and followers around at least Venevra. I don't know if they expand further than that. And trying to figure out when he is watching or if it's a different entity that now we also have to be concerned of.
I see.
At least those are my concerns of the matter. I don't know if anyone has any others, but...
Yeah. I mean, Axikras, do you have any experience with Morlos, or do you know anything about him?
Make another history check for me. Because you did it on Venevra history in general.
25.
25? You've heard of Morlos, at least, I would say, then. Morlos caused a big to-do 10,000 years ago on Venevra. You didn't know any of the specifics. You know that it was a big war. You heard about it. It never came to the mainland. That's all you really know. Big god got pissed. Did god things.
Well, I was going to roll an insight check to see if he was lying to me, but it sounds like he's not, so
yeah,
maybe he just had to roll for it, so never mind.
Yeah.
Surprise! I'm a cultist.
Char is just like kind of squinting at him, like with that little scrunch he does.
Under the mask.
The
Under
nose
the no,
face.
the mask is down.
can't really
the mask
tell,
has
yeah.
been down since we've been on the boat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nobody's paying attention. These are sailors.
They got bigger fish to fry, literally
Yeah.
and figuratively.
Yeah.
And they're made out of snow.
Well,
Good fight,
I suspect that more will become apparent as we continue our travels. I think the important thing right now is to pay attention to the sailors and make sure that no one else gets affected quite as badly as this gentleman did.
Yeah, we should also try and do our best to keep their morale up, because I do kind of feel badly that they're going to have to go back without us. So we can talk to them and maybe lift their spirits a bit or something. I don't know. While we keep an eye on for more fogginess.
I can sing for
Yeah.
them if you'd like.
Maybe not. No.
Well, we don't have to do that.
I'd say I've been trying to at least give a little bit of a morale boost through most of the day.
The loot's awesome. Yeah.
I can, I'll probably go back up and, noodle a little bit more on it. Maybe check in on our poor sailor friend once he's calmed down a little bit to see if anything, he might be able to articulate anything more clearly. Now that he's not absolutely terrified. But I'm also concerned that if it was this fog that caused that, how much more are we going to have to go through of the sailors becoming unhinged?
Yeah. Well,
As we get
we're on,
closer to
day
the
1
to
out
the-
of 4, or 2 out of 4.
day 2,
Okay.
Yeah. Hey,
out of 4.5-ish.
is this something that I would consider that true sight might help me with, like the fog itself?
Oh,
Let me read True Sight.
I don't want to waste it if it's not actually
Sure.
going to be helpful, but
I spelled it wrong. Well, I put a space in it.
Well, Wynn, I'm so grateful that we
sorry,
had our
true
armor
seeing, not true
in
sight,
that
true
last
seeing.
encounter.
Yeah, I
Give me one
think
second.
I'd be dead right now without it.
I know I'd be dead without the bracers or this mask. I feel that we took the brunt of that attack that time.
Yeah, well, we're good at that.
Maybe.
Humbling
You-
to be in your shoes.
As far as true seeing goes, you have an idea that you'd at least be able to see through the fog, and into the ethereal plane, through the fog, out to 120 feet. It says so. It depends on if the fog, how big the fog is.
okay. Cool. I will keep that in the back of my head. I don't know if I'm going to use it right this moment or in a little bit.
All right. So as the day goes on, nothing so much, no particular excitement happens, except
No other monsters?
tensions are especially high now after that sailor had his episode. She's having one of her episodes.
Can we make cocoa for everyone?
I don't know if we have enough cocoa. I'm
How much
gonna
cocoa do we have?
Not for the whole crew.
do
no.
repair.
How big
repair
is the
boat.
crew?
I got
big. It's a big ship.
canister. The
Yeah, it's a
word
really
we
big
used was
ship. It's bigger than-
canister. That is a lot of cocoa.
How much
Yes.
cocoa, DM,
Do you want to
is
use all
possible
of your
for us to
cocoa?
make?
This is a bigger ship than Ernesto's boat.
You could make.
We don't have to use all of it.
Yeah,
Maybe not everyone wants cocoa.
I mean, I'm sure you could make a pretty big pot of cocoa, and you'd have to use like a quarter of your tin. But
Cocoa can be bought.
Morale cannot be.
Morale
can be bought.
Kind of bought it. I bought
Totally
the
buy
cocoa,
morale.
which
Maybe you
is
should just
a
give gold to the
roundabout.
crew instead.
Something,
crew didn't
something.
save my life with
happy
the shot.
feelings.
I saved the crew's life.
Let's ask around and gauge the amount of interest there would be in melted chocolate. And if it seems like it would be
Yeah, let's,
middle
float
to
the
high,
idea.
Wait.
then we will make chocolate.
But
hey,
we
buddy,
could
if
put, we
we
could
made
put
cocoa, would you want any cocoa?
we could
What we
put
found is that
rum
people don't
in
really
the
know what
cocoa.
is.
Yeah, spike the cocoa with rum.
Yeah, we could put rum in the cocoa, and then everyone's gonna want
That's
some
a
of that.
great idea.
Do we-
oh my god!
do we
And we'll
have rum?
encourage people to put their rum
Yeah.
rations
there's
in
rum.
the
There's a rum
cocoa.
ration. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
We'll
I feel like the Silver Lady might have something to say about that.
No, everybody gets a rum ration. We're just offering the cocoa if they so choose to put the rum inside.
put the rum
of
in,
cocoa.
yeah.
That is
So-
their prerogative.
As meal time comes about, do you make cocoa for folks?
Is that cool, Kieran?
Yeah.
Okay, so you ask the
Awesome.
chef, and you get a sort of big pot, and you make some cocoa. It does have to be made with water, not milk, unfortunately, but you know, it's what you got. And yeah, it's cold, and you make hot, sweet beverage, and a number of them, including the man who had his freak out earlier, who does sort of come out shakily to eat something and sits down with his friends who are all sort of patting him on the back and checking in on him. He does accept some cocoa and immediately pours his rum into it and sort of nurses it. And sees you all and sort of waves and says thank you.
Char is pleased.
Can I sidle up next to him?
Sure, you hop onto the bench where
I'll offer
in front of the
him my
table.
rum ration. That'll be it.
Aw.
You,
Just come up.
you sure, mate?
Yeah, I'm not much of a drinker, actually, and you had a rough day.
Thank you. Takes it, does it as a shot, and then continues the.
I'm just watching all of this from the other side of the room. Like, I haven't participated at all yet, but I'm just watching and thereby listening to the interaction through mouth reading or lip
You
reading.
sidle up next to this sailor guy, Axikras.
Tell me, friend, how are you feeling?
Well, better. It's just a weird experience, you know.
Do you find that there's an affinity growing within you for the mist?
I'm sorry. What are you talking about?
Well, the mist has been within you now. There's
and I wanted
inherent
it-
magic in that.
I wanted it out of me. And
Of course. I am curious if that has been the case, or if you find that you are breathing it into you once again.
I mean, I don't want that to happen. Last time was really terrible, and I couldn't say that I. Look, I don't know. It was a weird thing. I was just laying down for a nap. I heard that voice and saw the eyes, and I woke up needing to get to the ocean. I don't know what
see.
exactly it is.
Can you describe the voice or the eyes?
Yeah, he had sort of this raspy voice. Yeah, more sort of a northern Venevra accent.
All right.
And the eyes were just these glowing sort of... They're shaped like eyes in the sky in my dream. I was in this sort of void or whatever, and I looked up and they were there, and I heard the laugh and this overwhelming desire to hide.
I see. While he's talking, I'd like to, wave my hand behind him and see if I can extract any additional mist.
You do that? Make a sleight of hand check. Not a hard one.
16. Man, if we get into combat, I'm screwed.
That's
Using
fine.
up all the good rolls.
But you do that, no additional mist comes out of him.
Well, friend, I think you're out. I think you're out of the woods.
Thanks
But
for your help.
You come find me if you find that you're headed down that path again.
Okay, if I can stop myself from hurling off of the ship, I
Definitely.
will come find you first thing.
Highly recommended that you not hurl yourself off the ship in these cold waters.
Yeah, I mean, we died like instant. I don't know what I was thinking.
It would suck, yeah.
But anyway, thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course. At your service. All right, and I'll get up and leave him.
Okay. Anyone doing anything this evening?
Raspy northern voice.
Do I like
Escondula, is
Yeah.
it? Do we think it's Escondula?
No.
No.
This could be anything.
And
wasn't
Infar
northern.
accent is more of an
Yeah.
English accent.
Okay.
Can I, from what I overheard of the conversation, does his description ring any bells to me?
I mean, yeah. I mean, there are lots of people with raspy voices you've talked to. Salvador has a raspy voice, but he doesn't have the standard accent from where he comes from because he has more nobility. A few other raspy voice people. Escondula has a raspy voice, and Morlos had a raspy voice. A few other people have raspy voices, but
yeah. Okay.
Could be Ephraim.
Fucking Ephraim.
Ephraim had a Scorch Pass accent though, or a desert accent.
Like me.
How does that sound?
Can't you hear my perfect southern voice?
We have to put your cowboyhood into question.
Come on, one day you'll do it. Come on, Sarah.
Like
One day I'll stop being a coward.
Yeah.
Looks like
now-
a cowboy.
I gotta
You said that
giddy up my
Morlos-
balls.
Now, you said that Morlos, the exit of his portal is somewhere in the north, right?
It's
am
not
I remembering
an
that
exit
correctly?
of his portal. We know that he
like a
was
window.
imprisoned on Exime, in the former kingdom of Exime, on Talor, where we're going, but that is not where he was imprisoned. That's where he was shut away, but his actual prison is way up north in this dungeon prison in Arkala. So somehow, whatever planetary or plane shift thing is in Talor, I don't know if it's the same one, but or I don't know if it's the plane that you're talking about, the rift, or if there was additional magic that was used afterward to move him. But that I don't know.
caused a
That
rift.
kind of seems unlikely because it was already a buttload of magic they needed to shut him away. I can't imagine how much power that would have had to have been. So to use that much power again just to move him somewhere else.
I'm imagining that not that I know jack shit about how the ins and outs of magic
spitballing at
work.
this point.
But I can imagine that it was when you're using that much magic force and that much magic energy, it's got to have a repercussion. And so in that regard, the rifts may have been created by the action itself.
That's a good call. That makes sense.
All I know is that
also
magic
be-
always has consequences.
I'm gonna read my History of Endeavor again real quick. Let's see.
It
Oh,
may
you want the
also
book?
be
Yeah.
Yeah,
Morlos's
thanks. I take the book.
attempt to escape.
It could have been I haven't. But then
If he's
still
pushing
imprisoned,
against the
though.
bounds of his reality, and the only crack is this rift, it's possible that's where this is all coming from, and it's possible that we're hearing either the voice that he has gained from being there, or a cultist or servant of his that place.
I know there's also, in some of the various stones, one of them at least has planar abilities. Or at least the ability for a teleportation.
do you know about the stones, Axikras, though?
I'm going to assume Axikras does.
I don't know if you would.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, not unless they told you. You didn't really know anything about these stones, because all you knew is Morlos did some shit 10,000 years ago.
Can't find the Morlos.
Then
Morlos stuff wouldn't be in that document.
It wasn't in the document. Okay.
They're just... It was a part of the method to shut him away. There were some stones that were used.
I see.
They explain. You've been listening to some of the
And I
podcasts.
also-
but
I
they're
also
tied to,
just,
they're tied to his power.
I also explain it pretty vaguely.
Okay.
I want to make
smart
that
wizard.
clear that I don't explain. I just kind of gloss over it.
Cool.
I see.
And
some
I'll
stones.
notice that she's glossing over it, but we're giving it up, and I'll go into detail. You're telling him anyways. He's a smart gnome!
Oh my god.
I tell him everything.
Well, those sound very important.
Well, we do know
The only
there's
thing
one
I don't
missing.
say is the Arloso home. I don't say that.
Okay.
It's the only thing I don't say.
So you find out that the stones are tied to his power. They are now, most of them seem to be back in the hands of the cultists, despite trying not to be.
Hey, Nala, can I talk to you for a second?
Sure.
So if we get enough of them, if they get enough
up
of
and
them,
I'll
they'll
go
free
off
him.
with
Is
Lilia.
that the concern?
Huh?
If they get enough of the stones, they'll free him. Is that the concern?
They can bring him back.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds familiar.
So far, now there's only one that's unaccounted for.
Yeah, Lilia.
So I like kind of pulled Nala off to the side. And like out of Axikras's like hearing.
Sure.
Like area hearing. And I'm like, Nala, I just want to let you know that our new friend is looking for a very powerful thing in order to create a power flip in the Empire.
I realize that, Lilia, but at the same time, if we go about with not informing individuals about what we're getting into, what are we doing? At this point, there's only one stone that we do not have an account for. He's not a part of the cult of Morlos. He's not
but he might try to use the stones for his own benefit. We don't want the stones in any one person's hands. What I'm saying is this is a person that is trying to find power and is willing to go to Talor by themselves in order to find great power through a planar rift.
Yes, we all are looking for our own power. I, in particular, am also trying to become more powerful. Am I to be
but you're
on
not
the suspect?
You know what, this actually might be a really good place to say this. Nala, are you prepared to handle whatever your god is willing to have you do?
Yes.
Are you truly, really?
For the betterment of myself as well as my culture, which I don't believe you quite understand. Without the presence of this deity in the material plane, my culture cannot thrive and progress as it should.
Culture does not depend on the gods.
From your perspective, Lilia, you are not a dragonborn.
And you are not an
know
Aasimar.
The connection that I have and what my people have with our deities. You may have a rough go with your deities, Lilia. But it's not up to you to dictate the course.
I will use Necrotic Shroud.
Oh, shit.
They're throwing hands.
Well,
what
I'm
save is that?
guessing now we've noticed.
It's a charisma save.
21.
The dragonborn shouting on a
21.
probably.
Okay,
So
so
you're not afraid,
I feel
but
you're
you
not
did hear
afraid.
the dragonborn shouting
Char
from
went
down
to
the way.
stand up, and Wynn just kind of like put his hand on her shoulder and sat her back down.
But I also drop my voice, but I'm hoping that this is enough to at least shut Nala up for a second.
So wings, terrifying
Yeah.
visage.
Are you prepared to kill your parents if your god asks? Are you prepared to kill your loved ones for your god? Think about that and think about it well, Nala. This is not about culture.
Do not
and this
compare
is not
all gods to what your god had you do, Lilia. Do not throw that at me because it was thrown at you.
Nala, you are young and you are not prepared.
And
I put my wings down and I walk away.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Nala, you were left sort of seething. Lilia, that conversation didn't really... Anyway.
Good question, Nala. No,
but
she asked you a good question.
I know, and I feel I answered it.
Anybody want any more?
No, you did
You
not.
didn't answer the question.
didn't answer
Can
the
we get some
question.
more rum over here?
Oh, you got the first one?
You didn't answer the question.
Right.
The first one I did. But
Not the one about killing your parents.
Yep.
Anyway,
Anyway,
you want my rum ration or?
do you go find Nala? Because Nala, you're in another room, basically, at this point, sort of seething for a second. Does anyone else do anything as Lilia storms out of the room?
Oh, I don't storm.
Or, well, walks.
I just, I lower my wings and I turn and I walk with the grace of a queen.
Were we in visual
like we
range?
were.
of
Not visual
this?
range. They went to another room down the hall, but it's a ship.
It's a shit.
So we just heard it, and then we
yeah.
see Lilia come back then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
I come back, I am like calm, pleasant.
And the shroud's gone.
Shroud's gone. It only lasts for a minute anyways.
I want to wait until each individually is alone, and I want to do like the dad comes to your room and like sits down. Hey, buddy. Hey,
Yep.
buddy.
You wanna
do
talk
need
about
to
it?
talk?
Who's first?
Yeah, who are you talking to first?
Well, Nala's already by herself, right?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, and we recently had our dad talk already, so I'm just gonna revisit that one. And hey, buddy.
Okay, Kieran heads back out to the room where Nala is.
God.
Hey, Kieran.
How you feeling?
Well, that conversation that I tried to avoid in the tavern finally came up, so I assume you heard it.
Parts of it.
Yeah. It's just so frustrating to me that she feels that she needs to stifle anyone's journey in their life out of pure speculation and fear. And the fact that she would bring up a tragic incident, but use that against somebody else. It's insulting.
I do
I can
think
only
Nala,
sympathize so far.
wow, that was
Loud.
crazy loud.
Sorry.
I do think, Nala, that I'm sure you're still upset, so you might not be that receptive to this, but I do think that at some point you should consider things from her point of view, because her kind of, the whole life she had up until that moment was completely ruined. She doesn't have her parents anymore. There's a lot of pressure on her, I think, to make sure we care about you. And we don't want anything bad to happen to you. And I think that in Lilia's case, it's coming off that she doesn't think you should do anything with your god. You shouldn't make these choices. But I think it really comes from a place of her caring and not wanting you to have to go through the things that she's had to go through. You know, I think that we love you and we want you to make good choices. And that's not saying that this is a bad choice, because we've been helping you. It's not that we completely are like, you shouldn't do this. But you definitely should be careful. And she should definitely not necessarily be quite as
Secretive.
spiky was the word that first came to mind, but that's not proper English. But she's being a little harsh about it, but I think it does come from a place of protectiveness.
Well, thank you, Kieran.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna stay here for a second.
Okay. Take all the time you need, bud. Pats
have
on
any
the
cocoa?
back. Oh, absolutely. I definitely brought another mug with me to leave here. For sure. I'll leave you to it. I'll
right.
leave. Leave Nala alone.
All right.
I might go find Lilia.
Yeah, I feel like
Okay.
Shar and Wynn were discussing well.
Lilia's come back to the galley.
Okay.
Don't you just love in conversations when the other person just starts yelling at you before you can get a single word in?
It's very good.
Nala sounds like a Republican sometimes.
Yep. Jesus
Just very
Christ.
firm in her views.
I think she just doesn't. It's the blind devotion that's scary.
It is the blind devotion, and that's exactly what I'm trying to warn against. I don't fucking care if she's going on this journey of herself, that's fine, but you have to keep a mind open that maybe not every god has your best interest in mind. Some gods might. I mean, fuck, Weejoss is excellent. Wish she were my patron, fuck.
Very helpful for no reason. She's very willing to do whatever I need her
She's
to.
very patient.
Well,
Like,
and
doesn't give a fuck.
She's also
just
just
like-
so neutral. This isn't like a vendetta I have against all gods, but when ones are specifically asking you to put yourself in harm's way time after time after time, it just, I don't know. But it's just, I would like, if she were actually willing to have a conversation with me, plus that wasn't even what I started to talk to her about. I'm just trying to tell her to not maybe tell everyone all of our information everywhere. Because we've also run into problems with that. But could I say that? No, absolutely not. Wasn't allowed to get a single word in edgewise before I pulled out my fucking bone wings.
My bone wings.
Axikras walks in at just that moment. Bone wings.
What haven't you ever seen an Asimar go postal?
Ooh. Not in a while. That's exciting.
Yeah, I won't do it again.
No.
It's like, I can't. I have to sleep for a while before I can pull that one out again. It's fucking exhausting.
I imagine.
But it's just.
So it sounds like someone's god is asking them to do something unpleasant.
Which god isn't?
Most gods usually do.
It's
But I
more
mean-
I heard it through the
yeah.
timbers.
Yeah, not yet.
Through the timbers.
Not yet, but it's just, I mean, I'm sure you've dealt with your fair share of like watching people with absolutely blind devotion to it's what caused half the problems in the Empire, was you had all of these people with this blind devotion to Lyria, and just it hurt so many other people.
Of course. That's one of the biggest problems with the old Imperial model.
Exactly. So it's,
No one was prepared for the Empire to collapse the way that it did, and it's still falling apart as we speak.
Yeah. So it's just, it concerns me that someone so young and so powerful has such an absolutely, like, myopic view towards their god and their progress. When that's not, you can progress in any sort of path. It doesn't have to be one way or no way. And I hope she doesn't think that I'm trying to dictate her path, because I'm not. Just want her to be fucking careful about it.
You know what's so useful about conversations in a role-playing game versus in real life? You get to hear what they talk about in the other room.
Yeah, when you're not there.
Yes.
Anyway,
But
continue.
also, that's like a legitimate thing. She's like, I had people dictate my path my entire life, and I was played, and I didn't even realize I was being played. Hello, Jam.
You tell her, Jam. Lay it on us. Break it down.
But if there's no way that I can speak to her without her shouting at me, I'm just not going to speak to her at all.
I think we probably
I am
wait
past
a bit.
the point of
but
being
I think
talked
it's
to
probably
like
worth
that.
trying again, just not soon.
I think if I can't try again, it can't come from me. And if you guys are at all feeling the same concerns that I am about her blind devotion towards this new god, I
would like
can't
to
say
come
it
back
again.
now.
Okay, you
From
come
my
back.
conversation, I come back, and the first thing I do is I sit down and I do like the shoulder pat. I'm like, how are you feeling, buddy?
I'm fine.
Okay.
It's not every day you get yelled at by a teenager, but I'm fine.
Well, as a father of three,
She's a
I have
gigantic
vast amounts of
teenager, I will say.
experiences being yelled at by a teenager. My teenagers were not nearly as tall, but I have a lot of experience.
Yeah, no, I'm really fine. I'm just worried. I wanted to talk to her about something completely different, and it devolved into her yelling at me about her god and her culture, which concerns me, honestly, more than I was concerned before.
I think because of the conversation that we had not that long ago about gods, that maybe Nala was already on edge about speaking with you one-on-one, because I think she's been worried.
I don't think you can call it speaking.
Well, I think that she looks up to you and thinks highly of you and is worried about what you think, and also maybe didn't want you to be disappointed in her choices, but she wants to make her own choices. She's flying the nest, whatever.
I'm not
So I
trying
think
to...
she was already on edge, and I think it came out like she didn't want to even listen to it, so she just started.
It felt
was
like she had
incorrect.
already decided what my opinion was before we even talked. And I mean, I just told these guys I can't talk to her again about it, but this blind devotion to her new god deeply worries me. I don't care if she's like pursuing a new path, but to do it so blindly and so faithfully.
Yeah.
Especially when the god keeps on asking her to do more and more harrowing things.
I would like to think that the chat that we just had gave her a few things to think about. So maybe she'll be more receptive to talking about these sorts of things in the future. I'm not saying that you should be the one to talk about it, since it already didn't work. But I do think that maybe given like a day or two to think about things, maybe then we can talk to Nala about
I think that's fair. I just think that she is so young and so trusting. And while it's good to trust the people that have proven themselves to you time and time again, to trust blindly, I think that's a poor move. We've already been betrayed by people we've trusted blindly.
And that seems like a good closing of that few scenes.
Yep.
Just want to check in. Everybody okay? We're all friends. This was role play.
Yeah, no, this is what
You're doing like character conflict.
It's good. Yeah, it's good. I just want to make sure for everybody.
Lilia loves character conflict. Like, I'll give you character conflict.
No, it's good. It's good.
Yes.
It's good.
I am also responding in
Now we
time.
just need it to have a resolving action, and it's perfect. We've written like a whole thing. Anyway,
Beautiful.
Is everyone okay?
Yeah.
all right. So
Yeah, we good. We good. We straight.
you all head to sleep.
I love sleep.
The creaking
less
of the
dreams.
boat, creaks, and the wobbling of your.
Can I do one more thing before we go to sleep? I'm so sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I got distracted. Before I go to bed, I want to go out to the bow of the ship so I can, see. Is there still, fog around me?
Plenty of fog.
Tons of fun.
Okay, I want to use True
About
Seeing.
30 feet out. You use True Seeing. You tap yourself sort of on your forehead, and this magic seeps into your eyes. And suddenly you can see this sort of shimmery blueness all around you. You can look straight through the boat into the sort of ethereal ocean below you. You look out into the fog. The fog is glimmery in the ethereal plane, perhaps a little mystical. And you can see 120 feet now in this pretty dark nighttime. And you notice that the fog ends about... So it's 30 feet from the boat. It's surrounding the boat, basically, or it's covering the boat. But as you stand on the bow, you can see 30 feet. And it only extends about 30 feet more. And then it stops. And you walk around the ship. And it's just this circle of fog, this blob that's just following the ship.
Boo.
Hate that.
I don't like none of that.
Okay, well, that's a problem that can wait for tomorrow. I'm gonna go to bed.
And you go to bed. And as the creaking of the ship and the wobbling of the boat puts you all to sleep, you all wake up.
Long rest.
But you're not.
rest.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Nope. No wrong rest.
Nuh-uh.
Damn it.
You find yourselves awakened.
Awoken.
Yeah, I like awoken.
I like awoken.
on your backs. You're alone. You look around. Each of you look around.
I'm wearing my hat still.
Are we
Sure.
still in bed?
I sleep with it on.
Or
You
on our
are
hammocks?
lying-
Awakened.
You are lying on your back.
Oh.
You touch the ground. It's sort of cool. You look at it, and you're laying down on the ocean, a very still ocean, this flat plain of water that doesn't seem to be moving. It is bright out. The sky is pure blue, but with a lot of sort of whiteness in it as well.
And all we can see
Imagine-
is ocean, 360.
Around you, yes.
So
Just-
we're
and seemingly
individually
endless.
alone.
Individually
all
alone.
having the same experience.
All having this experience. Imagine Jack Sparrow in
What I was just thinking of!
It's
Yeah,
this again.
Yes, exactly! Oh my God, sorry.
in that void, except the ground isn't sand. It's literally like you're standing on a perfectly still ocean.
There's no crabs.
Feels like home.
That's so
You all
funny
sit
you
up
just said that.
and
It's
sort of
literally-
stand and look around. Everybody make a perception check for me.
And we can stand on the water.
You are standing on the water.
Okay.
There it is.
19.
17.
Dirty 20.
Yes.
3 for Axikras.
3, 5,
So
20, 19, 18. And
all
I
right.
wasn't
So
really that.
everybody but Shar, or no, everybody but Kieran. Sorry. Everybody but Kieran, you just sort of stand and you're just in this void and you look around, you start sort of walking
Kieran sees it.
a direction. Kieran, though, you spot a figure in the distance,
I don't like it.
really far out,
I don't want this experience.
and you squint.
Of course it's Kieran.
Is that Shar?
I can't see shit ever.
It looks like it might be Shar.
Uh-oh.
Oh. I love Shar.
Do you do anything?
I'll walk towards her.
Okay. You start heading towards Shar.
Squinting.
You walk, and as you get closer, she was like 3 football fields out, but you barely were able to make out her like speck on the horizon. And you head that direction, and you walk. And as you get closer, Shar, make another perception check for me.
It is actually me. Also a 19.
19. Okay. As Kieran gets closer, you are able to see Kieran walking up to you.
Ah!
And as Kieran gets closer... No, wait, this isn't Kieran. And his face, as you look at him, he is weeping that mist, and his eyes are just black, and like the mist is coming out of his ears as well. And Kieran like waves at you. Make a wisdom save.
Me?
Oh, Shar.
No!
Oh no!
Wait, it's not bad. It's not bad, guys. Hang on.
Kieran, you started the chain reaction.
It's not great. 15.
This is not Kieran.
Oh,
Okay.
never
You
mind
need to
then.
put this beast down. Make an attack against Kieran for me.
It's okay. You see Shar, so this is not sneak attack.
Okay, yeah.
That's
17?
Not, there, you
Does not hit.
Kieran.
17. So it twangs off, and Kieran, you're like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Everybody else who is not involved in this confrontation, make another
No,
perception check.
Can I cast blindness on myself?
You don't know what's happening.
14.
14?
Shit.
Natural 1.
I see. 21.
19.
19. All right. Lilia and I forgot your name for a second. Nala. Lilia, you see a speck in the distance. Could be Wynn. And Nala, you see the little gnome Axikras that you were recently been acquainted with. Do you go towards them?
Yep.
I will call out first.
Okay, make a performance check.
3
You're
football
really
fields
far away.
There's no way.
That's pretty good. 21.
21. You basically scream, but there is no echo. There's no... You're like in a vacuum. Your voice seems to go only so far and definitely doesn't reach Axikras.
Then I will walk that direction.
All right, so as you head towards him, Kieran... You're now looking at Shar.
Turn the fan on.
Shar doesn't look like Shar either. She just attacked you. Her eyes are black. Mist is coming out of her ears. Make a wisdom save.
I hate this.
His wisdom save is going to be way better than mine.
21.
21. This is not the little girl you have been taking care
Little
of.
girl.
Well, it's treating you like a daughter.
Your child. He's
How
the
far
child.
away am I from?
I would say you're about 100 feet from Shar, but you feel the urge to damage this being in front of you.
Great.
Make
Fight
some
me.
sort of thing.
I have to damage. I can't cast something else.
You feel the urge to hurt this being. Get rid of it. It must die.
Spell magic.
I cast a spell.
I have to give me a sec. I have to find something that's far enough. All my
Okay,
spells
you
are
can
like
also
60
move
feet.
closer. We're in sort of a semi-combat,
Semi-combat. Okay.
so you can move closer.
I don't have a ton of spell slots left, actually, which is probably good. I will. Where are all of my attacks? Water walk? Great. I guess.
I mean, you're already doing that.
I guess I will cast Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead. Okay, so Shar, you hear this dong,
It's
this
not a
evil
spiritual
Kieran.
weapon.
Suddenly, this loud noise comes towards you. Make a wisdom save. I think it's wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wisdom.
Not going to be good. That's an 8.
8. So you do and you feel this terrible pain. And get damaged an amount that Kieran will tell you.
Hey, Kieran.
16 points.
16, okay.
It's just a cantrip.
16 points of damage. And meanwhile, Axikras is gone. So I will go with Lilia.
I already
You
finished them.
You walk towards Wynn.
He just said cat.
Yeah. But you walk towards Wynn. And Wynn, you see Lilia coming at you, but she's already, like, darkened. Her wings are out. She's, like, the mist is coming out of her head and eyes, and she looks at you like demon eyes and supernatural. Please make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
I don't like this game.
Do it. Save it.
What? What's happening?
Okay.
What's happening?
Save it.
10.
Nope, definitely not enough. So you see this beast that is masquerading as Lilia, and you rush up to her, and please make your attacks against Lilia.
Kelren's gonna be happy after this.
Okay. So that's an 11.
Nope.
Misses.
24.
Jesus.
24 hits with offhand.
Yeah, that's offhand.
21.
Yeah.
21 hits.
No one has an AC over.
And natural 20.
Natural 20.
No.
All right.
Phil is dead.
But
So Darkheart was not lit up.
Darkheart's not
Yeah.
alive.
Yeah.
Okay, so
No.
no
Yeah,
necrotic.
Darkheart hasn't been lit
So
up.
one miss with Darkheart, but one with the offhand, vicious
is
one.
Darkheart
and
lit up?
the other.
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Was the crit with the offhand? Because that
The
does
crit
something.
was with the
No, the crit was
Crit
with
was with
Darkheart.
Darkheart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. So that
Darkheart's
is going to be
totally
a number.
sober, not lit at
not
all.
lit at all. Kelren's still asleep.
Okay. So that's 8 from the offhand.
Biscuits.
This serrated blade slashes through you, Lilia, as Wynn comes up to you.
And then 15 from Darkheart.
And another attack with Darkheart.
No, that's both of them together.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because
Okay.
it's not lit up, so just that's
There's
how
only
much
3
damage.
hits.
Yeah.
And Lilia, as you see Wynn just come up and attack you, your an instant reaction is "What the fuck?" But you see now Wynn's also just darkened and vicious looking, and mist is pouring out of his ears and nose and mouth, and he looks sort of rabid. Please make a wisdom save for me.
Oh, boy. Oh, fuck yeah, 22.
22. Nope.
What the fuck would I... Dude, was it like a natural 20 is what you have to get on the save in order to, like,
No, I
break
think
it
it's
out?
like a 25.
25.
Jesus.
Yeah, for this one. But yeah, you're this evil version, this doppelganger of Wynn just attacked you. What do you do? And you feel an urge to hurt him, just destroy him.
Oh, I can't contain, I have to destroy.
If you can, yeah.
Crush,
That's the
kill,
feeling that you get.
destroy, swag.
Okay, and I'm assuming, like, because we didn't get a long rest, none of my spells have come back, right?
Yeah, still
We're
whatever you
all
have.
still wounded if you're wounded. I'm.
All right, so we're casting...
Even with that additional, like, 32 points.
What?
That 32 points.
Yeah, I already got it, but I'm still. I'm not at full. I'm not full health.
So I will cast Thunderstep. I'm assuming that, like, I still have the knowledge that in close combat...
you're still a bard, so you know how you're
but
fighting
what I mean
works.
is, like, I still have the knowledge of, like, Wynn's fighting style and being like, if I can
Yes.
get away from him, he can't hurt me.
That, yes, you would know that.
Perfect, awesome. So I'm going to use
But
Thunderstep.
the overwhelming urge is to hurt.
Yep.
It's to harm, but you still have that knowledge, yeah. So
Okay,
you use
perfect.
Thunderstep, boom, and this massive explosion happens in this little void that you're in. Wynn, please make a something saving throw.
It's a
What is it?
Constitution.
Con save.
I know you're pretty con heavy,
Okay,
but
I'm good at those. Alright, that's an 18.
it just makes it.
18 makes it. So you take half damage from the Thunderstep as Lilia vanishes 90 feet away from you.
So that's 31 points, so it will be 16, 15.
Round down. 15
Yeah,
points
15.
of
Cool.
points of damage to
Cool.
you, Wynn. Meanwhile,
Cool.
And I also vamped 90 feet away.
90 feet away. Nala,
right.
you are walking towards
Yeah.
Axikras. And Axikras, you're this tiny gnome, and this large dragonborn comes up to you, cheerfully waving, but her eyes are black, and the mist is pouring out everywhere. Make a wisdom save for me. I don't know if you can even make it, but unless it's not.
Oh, not good.
Yes, Wizards Duel!
7. So you do not make it, and you feel the urge to harm Nala and destroy this abomination.
All right, I'm gonna pull in as much of the mist as I can and throw it as blight.
Blight.
Does Nala notice that this is a arcane offensive action, or
I'm gonna go with you are too perturbed that your friend is attacking you to make that reaction right now.
Okay, gotcha.
Perhaps in future rounds. But so what level of light do you cast? Just
At level 4.
4. Okay. So this mist comes out sort of with black specks of necromantic energy, flies towards you, Nala, as you like go, what the hell? As it blasts into you. Please make a con save, Nala.
Ooh, not great. That's 14.
14, you do not make it, so you take 8d8 necrotic damage.
42.
42 points of necrotic damage as the necrotic energy just like eats away at your skin. And now you see Axikras, his visage is also all messed up. And actually Axikras' body is just covered in that mist as well. And in fact, you just saw him summon it and use it against you. He must have already turned on you. Please make a wisdom save.
We shouldn't tell people anything.
Hey, if you learn something from this experience, all the better.
Trust is for suckers!
Wisdom save, Nala, what was that?
That's a 10.
10. No, so yeah, you have this overwhelming urge to harm.
Defend myself.
Yep.
There's no way for me to possibly roll high enough.
Okay.
Wisdom is only a +1.
How far away?
Things will change over time.
This is loosey-goosey in terms of distance. How far away am I from Axikras?
You are close enough to do a spell.
Then I will do... I will say I'm 30 feet away
It's
from
a big-ass
Axikras
void anyway,
and
so yeah, you rush up.
Blindness.
So you have to be damaging if you can.
Oh, it has to be damaging. Okay, fuck it.
That is the urge is to destroy.
Cool. Then I will 5th level
Not to hinder.
fireball.
All right, just lay a fireball on where Axikras is, and this just massive explosion from this tiny bead of red. And Axikras, please make a dex save.
Not my strong suit.
Come on.
Oh! 20!
There
20.
you go. Well done, little gnome.
So you just dodge out of the way as this evil Nala comes towards you and blasts you with fire.
Okay. Just gotta get my dice out. 9. Sorry. 44 fire down to
So 22 points of fire damage as it explodes around you. Back to Kieran and Shar. Shar, please make another wisdom saving throw at the top of your turn.
I was gonna quicken spell
There's
Firebolt,
literally
but-
no way I can make it. So, what's the point?
You can quicken spell Firebolt. Go ahead and do that as well.
Tap 2 features, quicken spell Firebolt. That's a 19.
19 hits, for sure.
And
19 hits. Do I have the ability to throw up a shield?
does 19 shield block it?
Don't you have an armor class of like 11? Or do you still have mage armor up
I have an AC of 14.
with mage armor?
Oh, yes. I added mage armor.
And it's probably 8 hours later, so
It's
that wouldn't
definitely
have
been 8
worked.
Yep. All right. Never mind.
So no. Yeah.
And then one more because it's 3d10. 16 fire on top.
16 fire damage on top of that, Axikras. Shar, what was your wisdom save?
I didn't
I am
roll
down.
one because it's
You're
pointless.
unconscious.
Oh no!
Things
Oh no!
can change over time.
No, I got a 12.
I did give away 27 points of health earlier.
What'd you
Yeah,
roll,
you
Shar?
did give away that health.
12.
That sucks.
12? Not enough now. It is changing over time, but so don't think you have no chance.
Until it's below 20, there's no point in me bothering.
Anyway, but you still feel that Kieran is not the Kieran, so whatever you need to do to damage this
I
creature.
will shoot another arrow.
Okay.
Oh, that's way better. That is a 29.
Wow,
29.
thanks.
Yeah.
Way better.
Yeah.
Hits Kieran.
Way better. Totally
I don't get
hits.
sneak attacks, so literally the damage is jack shit.
Are you doing a special arrow?
What? No, I didn't think about it.
Oh.
It's too late now.
Hell yeah.
That is 13 points of damage.
13 as an arrow into your torso, Kieran. And Kieran, please make a wisdom save as top of your round, top of your turn.
17.
Wow. Okay. I figured Kieran would snap out of it way faster.
I'm trying.
But yeah, so Shar is still not your baby girl.
Exhaustion means I have disadvantage on all skill checks, right?
Ability checks.
Ability checks. Not hitting. So
not
you have to
attacks or
make,
anything.
But like perception and stuff.
Yeah.
Perception
Okay,
and stuff,
I forgot about that. Okay.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
So I've been consistently moving towards
Yep,
her.
you're running towards her.
How far am I now?
You could be in melee if you wanted.
Shar is
I would
backing
love
up.
to be in melee.
I'll run away.
On your turn.
If I'm in melee, she can't shoot me as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
for the sake of this in the mind thing, Kieran gets up to Shar. Sure.
Okay.
Oh my god. Then I would definitely do inflict wounds.
Do it.
Oh my god.
In fact, since you're a grave cleric, you're also going to do the thing that makes her weak to things that you never do.
I gotta pull up my grave cleric things.
I don't know what that means.
There's a ability that allows the next hit on something to do double damage that Kieran never uses.
Really?
Yep.
Kieran?
Okay, we're at level 11 now. I can start telling them how the characters work.
God damn it. More upset about that than I am about the fact that Kieran's about to kill me.
I don't
What do you
see
mean you
that
haven't
ability.
been attacking me worse?
Let me find it.
Is it a spell or is it an...
Let me find it. It's an ability. I think it's called Path to the Grave.
Oh, yeah, it's a curse.
Path to the Grave. It's a channel divinity. Yes. You can use channel divinity as an action to curse one creature. So it's an action. Never mind. So you wouldn't be able to do it this way.
Oh, okay.
No good, though.
So I thought it was a bonus action. But yeah, so remember that as well, because it does double damage. It makes things vulnerable to things.
Do
for
that
the future.
every time Char is about to hit somebody.
Yeah.
Then they're going to be
But
done.
it's an action, so then I don't get to do anything.
Yeah, but it's
Do it
something
at the
to
beginning
remember.
of a round then.
Anyway, you use inflict wounds on Shar. You reach out and grab her, make an attack roll.
Roll low, please. No, it wasn't low. It was bad. It was good. It was great.
Oh no.
Man.
Oh no.
I'm gonna die, y'all.
57 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm
What did
done.
you hit? Did you hit her though?
Oh, yeah, I got a dirty 20.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm done. Yep.
You can use uncanny dodge if you want, but
Oh, I can.
50.
I can. Yeah.
57?
I
Yeah,
will,
half.
yes,
So 56 divided by 2.
100% use uncanny dodge.
so you take 28 points of necrotic damage as your
Okay,
veins sort of
way
bulge
better.
out of your skin with this necrotic
Okay.
energy.
Can I use skirmisher and run away?
Sure. So you sprint
Alright.
away. It's
20
all in
feet.
sort of the mind anyway. But
Okay.
you
We're all in a void.
No.
Run away.
Back
I'm like,
to
what the
win.
fuck?
back to win. Make a wisdom save.
Okie dokie.
The DC is going down, in case anyone's wondering.
Oh.
Yes. All right, dirty 20.
You just make it. So you just as you did that, and you just got blown up by a thunderstep spell. You go, what the fuck? And you look over to Lilia, who does not look evil anymore.
What?
What do you do?
What?
Wait, what'd you roll?
What?
Yeah, just be like, what? What's happening?
Okay.
Very
Lilia.
perplexed.
Oh no.
A perplexed, evil-looking Wynn looks back at you and says, "What?" And please make a wisdom save then.
Oh, hey, 22 again.
22. So you also are like, wait a minute. And Wynn no longer looks this weird, evil visage. And you are there with Wynn in this void.
And I
Do
can
anything?
now
Say anything?
see that Wynn is looking at me also not like murderously
Yes.
anymore. Okay.
Yes.
What? What?
I start to walk towards Wynn and be like, y'all right?
Fine. What?
What
How
the
are
fuck
you?
just happened? Did you
What
come
was that? I don't know.
Why did you slice me? What the fuck? I mean, I'm sorry I electrocuted you, but like,
No, it's fine.
sorry
it's fine.
I
I don't know.
electrocuted you.
have you
looked-
seen any of the others?
You looked. No, but you looked like possessed. Like there was
yeah, you
fog
did
and stuff
Wait.
coming out of your face.
Oh, do I have to like roll anything to make the connection to the mists? Now that I'm
No.
out
I
of
mean, that seems obvious.
okay, just checking. I bet something happened with the fog.
Right.
I think something happened with the fog. I think we were
So
both
should we
possessed by
find
it.
the others then?
I think we maybe should try to, and I like do a 360. Like
Okay. So we'll come back to that. So you are about to start searching for the thing. Nala,
Walk up to the body.
please make a wisdom save.
Body.
Ooh, that's a 13.
13 still looks evil and is bleeding out on the ground. You must destroy this being.
Nice to know you, Axikras.
I will.
Not good.
It is, if you use a melee attack, it is an automatic crit if you hit anyway. And it's with advantage.
I'll just do a.
So for the sake of it, you just slash the crap out of Asikras's body. Asikrás, you wake up in your hammock.
Oh. Hooray!
I'm probably in the hammock next to you.
As you looked up, by the way, as you look up into the sky, as Nala comes over to you and starts slashing into you, you see two yellow eyes burning like suns in the sky, and you hear,
No, thank you.
That's the.
No,
Right.
thank
and
you.
then you wake
Do you have
up
any
in your
spells
hammock.
that make super loud noises? Nope. Okay. I'm gonna try and wake everybody up.
Okay. You head over to, I'll say Nala's right there. You shake. You shake.
Yep.
Nala is out. Anyway. Shar,
All right.
top of your turn, please make a wisdom save.
Okay. 16.
Okay, so after this amount of time and you're attacking Kieran and whatnot, and Kieran's really harmed you, you shake it off, and Kieran's face no longer looks evil anymore. It is
Oh.
Kieran.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep backing up because I'm way faster than Kieran, so there's no way they can catch up to me to use that again.
I can run.
So. No, you can't run as fast as
I
me,
can be
bitch.
fast.
You can't run as fast as me. Hang on.
Okay, so you're backing up. Do you say anything or whatever?
What the fuck?
Sure.
Dad, why?
Dad, why?
Kieran,
If you've forsaken us,
as
Father.
you're marching towards this abomination
Marching.
that has taken the visage of this girl that you love as a daughter, please make a wisdom save.
I got a nat
Come on, Kieran.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Well, you can't touch me,
Must
bitch.
kill this kid.
Oh my god!
Guiding
So
bolt.
please do something damaging as you can
Killed
against
wounded.
Charlemagne.
Okay.
Wait, what's your evil Kieran's
Oh no,
name?
and I
Punish
no, I
the
didn't do that
wounded.
thing last time. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carmen
Punish
the
the
wounded.
wounded.
Punish the wounded.
Punish.
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 I am
Yes.
80 feet from you.
Cullen the wounded.
But you've got your turn to move, 30 feet.
Right.
That
So
I
you can
am
get within range of a
50
spell.
feet from you.
Do you have like guiding bolt?
I'm
or
going to
something?
cast Blight.
Blight.
What is
Okay,
that?
so
That's
same
a
thing
fifth
that
level. I got
Asikrás
hit
did.
with.
Oh.
It's a Constitution save.
Constitution save is this
wonderful.
necrotic energy shoots out of, like, Kieran holds his gun towards you, and instead of firing, this necrotic energy comes out of the barrel.
11.
11 does not make it.
Boy.
Oh no.
What? Is it less than 20? What is it?
It's 55.
Oh, okay, I'm gone. I'm
Can
done.
you dodge that?
No, but
Nope,
even if I
'cause it's
even if
not
I did, it wouldn't matter.
Wait, can you evade that?
No, only dex
No, that's
saves.
only dex
Oh.
saves.
So as the necrotic energy
Okay.
eats away, Kieran, you see Shar's eyes just looking sad and scared as this happens, and she slumps to the ground. Win and Lilia, please both make perception checks for me.
This has happened
Okay.
once the entire game that I've been knocked
Okay, not
unconscious.
terrible. 18?
And it was from me.
No, it wasn't. Oh, this is now the second time. The first time was from when I kept getting squeezed,
Another natural
and they're
one.
like, "Win, stop hitting those. They're gonna hurt
Oh,
Char."
yeah.
And then Win kept hitting them anyway.
I
remember that.
Anyway,
That was a long time ago.
That was like session 2.
Yes.
no, it was session 9.
Oh, really?
It was like right before we started recording.
Anyway, so Lilia, you notice over in the distance, far distance, you see Nala, and she's sort of standing there, over another figure that's on the ground. And Win, you're like, this is weird.
Yeah.
I grab Win, and I'm going to use Dimension Door to get us within like 40 feet of Nala.
Sure.
Or sorry, no, within 30 feet. Within 30 feet.
Okay, so you arrive.
And I will cast Calm Emotions.
Okay, you just cast Calm Emotions on Nala. What save does Nala have to make?
It's a Charisma.
Charisma save?
Oh, I'm very charismatic.
Super charismatic. Oh,
Disappears.
Yeah. And with that 18 roll, I'm super
Oh, god damn it, Nala!
So you feel the energy, but then you
17.
turn back with a snarl, and you now see Nala's claws are like covered in blood.
Oh my god.
Like dripping,
What the fuck?
and is looking at you with this enraged, like animalistic fervor.
Well, that's terrible.
Nala, please make a wisdom save for me as you see these two come up to you.
15.
Just makes it.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Oh, so it's dropping by 5 each time.
So you look over, and even though as you looked over you saw them both have that terrifying visage, it disappears, and you realize that it is your companions.
And
And you
Axikras
look
is
down at
I'm
Asakras's
gonna
dead
realize you
body.
look down, and it's dead.
Oh shit.
Oh, he's dead. From your perspective.
Oof.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll figure it out.
Lilia's
a
like,
deep breath.
I never liked him anyway.
We'll find Kieran. Kieran's gotta be here someplace. We're gonna be fine. We'll get it all worked out.
Kieran's somewhere.
I'm gonna pick up the
It's
body.
like Chicago.
I'm gonna pick up the body.
Wasn't until I was washing the blood off my claws I even knew he was dead.
I'm gonna,
He had it coming.
That's what Lilia's like.
and then thinking like Kieran, I'm gonna put the body in the bag of holding.
God.
Just shove him in.
He's small.
He'll be safe there.
He's compact.
He's tiny, so I figure it's just. You just put him in there.
You guys,
Amazing.
everybody in this triad, make a perception check for me as well.
Okay. All right. Finally, 19.
18.
All of you look into the distance and see Kieran holding his gun out, but then just, holding his
Can we
gun
just
out.
say that Kieran shot me? Because that's way more dramatic.
Just
Well,
see.
he held
they
it
can
out,
see.
and the
blood
necrotic
shot
energy
just
shot out of the gun.
All
So
I can see is that Eric Andre meme of like, why would someone do this?
why would why would Shar do this?
Exactly.
Why would Shar do this?
We can make that meme. That has to
Oh my
happen.
god.
Yes.
I'm on it.
Yes.
I really want to do the one where
Kieran,
it's
Shar, why would Shar do this? Yeah. And you see them, and you begin moving in that direction, I assume.
Yeah.
Axikras, you're awake.
Yeah.
What do you do on the ship? As Nala does not wake up from no matter how much shaking you can do. At least this method is not working. It reminds me of the Futurama episode where they're trying to wake Leela up from the coma, and it's just a machine that they've got that like grabs her and shakes her around and hits her with a bat and says, "Wake up!" loudly in her fucking ear. I'm sorry, Fry. She's gone.
Did you see the memes where they put all the Trump quotes on Zaf Brannigan?
Yeah, it's very excellent.
Yes.
Zap Brannigan.
I don't have enough. So, do I have? Am I hurt in this on the
You
ship?
seem pretty fucking hurt. You're down to one.
Okay.
1 hit point?
Ow.
So I'm too fucked up to use life transference.
This is like
I'm gonna
being
try and
hurt in
shake
the Matrix.
one of the others.
Which one?
I'll go with Kieran.
Kieran. You shake Kieran as much as you can. Kieran's not waking either.
Dang it! I really thought he'd be helpful.
Yeah, me fucking too.
Kieran's super helpful.
Awake would have been great.
So that's your
usually
action to
such
shake
a
him,
smart
and you're
guy.
just trying to get
That's-
Kieran up. All right, back in
Try
the
me
whatever
next
it
time,
is.
'cause I'm dead.
Yeah, you're probably gonna wake up.
Yeah.
Shar, you are lying mostly dead on the ground. Kieran,
Mostly dead?
Mostly dead.
Bleeding out.
Yeah, I
Make
guess.
a wisdom saving throw, Kieran.
Oh, yes. I want to walk up to this.
9.
Oh my god!
Oh, man, first kill with the gun.
Punished and
Murdered.
wounded.
That's
is
two
here to
death
stay.
saves. Okay.
As long as it's a melee attack, but I'm going to say, yeah, for the sake of time, Kieran walks up and just takes a dagger and just slits
Oh, I
her
was
throat.
gonna bullet to the head.
Oh, bullet to the head's cool too. So you walk up and just
that's
and
two failures.
as the three of you, well, it's
Dead.
two. You're dead.
You're
It's
dead.
we'll make it you dead.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Just
Dead.
gangster style.
But as you three walk up, you watch Kieran just and just shoot Shar in the head.
Iced Char. Jesus.
I'm just like,
Wounded.
I'm just like walking up
Punished
being
and
like,
wounded.
hope you got enough diamonds, Kieran.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
As you three walk up, you see this happen. Do you do anything specific?
Me?
Um,
No, not you, Kieran. The rest of them. Your turn was to shoot Shar.
Yeah, what are you guys gonna do? I want to know for like
can I
real life
attempt
reasons
to,
what
like-
you guys would do if someone shot me.
can I attempt to use Phantasmal Force?
Sure. You've snapped out of
Because
the
otherwise
death
I would just be like
bloodlust, so you can
fucking
do.
tackling
Yeah,
him.
so
Okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna
try that
cause
first.
cast blindness.
First, Lilia casts Phantasmal Force as Wynn just heads to
Yep.
starts rushing to do that, and Nala casts Blindness. So first, Phantasmal Force. Kieran, make a what save? Is it?
Intelligence, which I keep using the
Intelligence save,
wrong
Kieran?
saves on these people.
19.
Yeah, you
19.
missed. Yeah,
So
never mind.
unfortunately, whatever image you
Yeah.
try to make happen does not manifest. Wynn, you go to tackle Kieran, which will be a contested strength check.
Oh, you'll be
'cause
fine.
it's a grapple.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, what
this
does that
Kieran's
do
like
for me?
crazy.
Bang, bang.
16.
Pew pew.
16 on Wynn. What about you?
Kieran,
Kieran?
pull it out.
Wait for it.
Pulled it out. Pulled it out.
Jeez.
Oh
So
my
you just like
God.
as Wynn goes to grab you, just throw him to the ground.
Fucking on like cocaine
and
over here.
Blindness.
Jesus.
Blindness is a what save?
It's a Constitution.
Oh, that'll
Con
be
save.
okay.
Con save.
Maybe.
This is where it is. Nat 1, so it's a 2.
Oh, excellent.
There.
So you do
Just
boom,
blind
suddenly
and
can't see
angry.
anything. And now you can't tell whether these people are going to be evil or not.
God damn
yeah.
it, Nala.
Okay. So does Kieran seem more subdued at this point?
Less. Now he's like raged.
There's bloodlust.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I would like
Because he
to
can't-
rage.
He can't snap out of it now. Because he can't see the thing
Way
that is
to
causing the
go,
wisdom checks.
Nala.
You're dead.
Can I
You didn't think of that one.
can I cast polymorph?
Not right now, because it would
Okay,
be
Kieran's
Kieran's go.
turn,
Well, it would
okay.
be Shar's first. Shar, as you are watching Kieran walk up to you and shoot you in the head from bleeding out, you also see the yellow eyes and the
Do I recognize the
What
laugh
fun.
or the eyes?
and you hear what fun. And you wake up. You wouldn't have. I don't know who's heard the voice before. I think Lilia has, and I think
Oh, there we go.
I think I have. I've had dreams.
yeah. But Shar, you also wake up bloodied, fucked up in your hammock, and you sort of just like fall out of your hammock onto the ground. Axikras, you're like there trying to shake Kieran, but first it's Kieran's go. Kieran, you are blinded, but you know roughly where everybody is.
Are they all close together?
Yeah.
The only one who Lilia and Nala are close together. Wynn is like next to you.
I would then like to cast Flame Strike.
Flame strike. Is that the big pillar of death?
Yes.
Okay,
Big.
fine. That's fire, right? Who gives a shit?
Fire
I do.
and
I give a shit.
And radiance,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, the
you have flame
radiant
strike
damage can't
prepared?
get me.
Yeah, so we're fine.
I think so.
I mean, we're good. We'll be fine.
I don't see.
Watch, Kieran's the one that ices
It's
everybody.
a 5th level.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's not prepared on the one that I have.
I would think we have the
and
same one.
I will cast Counterspell on that.
Okay, give me 1 second just to make sure. Oh, flame check. Yeah, there it is. I
Everything's
I was
noticed it.
like, I don't know. I'm looking
Anyway,
at
so
it.
you cast it in the area where Lilia and Nala would be, but Nala is trying to counterspell it. So what level counterspell are you
I would
using?
have done it at the 4th. I mean,
4th level, you'd still have
yeah,
to.
even
still
if
have
I
to
did it
roll.
at 5th, I'd still have to. But it happens. That's not nearly enough.
Okay, so you try to counterstrike, but or counterspell, but it doesn't work, and this massive sort of cylinder of flame and radiant energy just explodes in this void around you and Lilia. So both of you need to make a something check.
It's a dex save.
Dex save. I also have resistance to radiant damage.
Cool.
I failed that, but I'm going
did
to use
too.
my mask's ability to resist it, my legendary resistance, so I'll save.
Nice. So you
I
save
got
using
a
that
nat
dice.
one, but it's a +9, so 10 total.
So that's 10.
Yeah.
So no. Yeah. So Nala succeeds. Lilia fails. You must roll these separately because there are resistances involved.
Okay.
So
Both.
46 fire damage and then 46 radiant.
Fuck.
For the first D6, I got a 14.
Is this fire or radiant?
14 fire.
So 14 fire. Okay.
Reduced to
7.
7, and then I saved, so 3.
And
Yeah.
then 11 for the radiant.
And 11
Okay, so
points of
5.
radiant damage. Not great rolls, luckily.
All right,
get 5
good.
for that.
Good thing I did that.
Yeah, so 5 radiant would that be.
Now
Cool.
I think
So
I'm
that
out
happens.
of all my spell slots except like ones. So
Okay, excellent. I have not used...
Axikras. Shar just tumbled out of bed, sort of near you.
oh no, I have 1/4 left.
At 1 health point.
Yeah, wait, how do I go from being dead to 1 health point?
Just bring yourself back to life as though you succeeded. Yeah, I think you can just...
Apply changes. So I got 1 HP. There we go.
Yep. So you are there with Shar.
Ah! That's what she says.
I'll turn to Shar and help Shar up. What did you see?
I died.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, okay.
Me too.
I think we were all in the same dream, the same hallucination.
Yeah, I think so. I only saw Kieran. Who did you see?
I only saw Nala.
Well, then, by process of elimination, either Lilia or Wynn's gonna die next.
That seems reasonable.
Have you tried waking people up?
Yes, I was trying to wake up Nala, and that didn't go very well. And then I tried to wake up Kieran, and
I'll go up to
that
Kieran and
also
I'm just
did
gonna
not go well.
slap him in the face.
You slap Kieran. Doesn't do anything.
Damn.
It's like when you wake up from a dream and like your significant other has cheated on you in the dream, and then you
you're
wake up
mad.
and you're still angry.
They're still mad at you.
Apologize!
It didn't happen.
Apologize for what you did to me in my dream.
So
So I guess we're just hanging out.
you, Axikras, do you try anything else on any of the others, maybe?
I'm gonna try and actually do a very small amount of damage to
Okay.
Kieran.
To Kieran.
Yeah. Since that's who I was standing next to.
Okay.
So I have a dagger. Can I
Make an attack roll with advantage.
Can I choose to just do 1 point of damage?
You would just be able to punch him if you really wanted to do that.
Okay, then
Well,
let's
my
do that.
slap didn't
Okay.
do anything?
Slap. No, I mean, that wasn't intense
Shar
to wound.
can't really hit people.
So make an attack roll with
My elf
advantage.
hands.
No, my elf hands.
This is my bowstring hand. I don't want to hurt it.
Actions. Unarmed strike. There we go.
Hit Kieran's rock hard abs.
It's a 14.
19.
14? So,
glad.
interestingly, you go to do it, and he sort of moves out of the way, and you punch sort of his shoulder armor. Ow! And unfortunately, you missed.
Wait, you
his
sleep
AC
in
is
your
really
armor?
Yeah,
you
Kieran
don't?
sleeps in armor, sure.
I sleep with my hat pulled
scales
over
are
my
my
face.
armor, so like I carry it with me. So
So back in the thing, I believe
Shit, I
it is.
totally forgot I have 2 weapon fighting. Why do I have that?
Everybody
everyone
has two
has
weapon
that.
fighting. It's just a way
okay.
to talk about you can use your bonus action to do an offhand.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Back in the dream, you three, the ones who are not possessed by whatever's happening are able to do things.
I'm sorry, I'll drop blindness.
I would like.
You drop blindness.
Yeah, I'll drop blindness.
I would like to try polymorph.
Okay. So you shoot out your hand to do polymorph on Kieran. Kieran, what save is
It's a
that?
wisdom save. I'm figuring if Kieran
Wisdom
hasn't
save,
been
Kieran.
making the other wisdom saves, if he makes this one, I'm going to lose my mind.
Uh-oh.
Look at that face. He's like a kingpin here.
Kingpin.
Like, I'm about to dominate y'all.
It's a 16. I don't
Does
know.
not
I think
make
16 does not make it.
Yeah, it's like 17 now, right?
Yeah, it's 17.
It's 18.
Wow.
17, yeah. So
Amazing.
what do you turn Kieran into?
A little mouse.
No, just kidding.
A mouse.
Mouse?
So Kieran is sitting there ready to like shoot you now that he can see, and just goes swoop, boom, and lands on the ground.
Am
Kieran,
I-
you are a mouse.
Am I a cute mouse?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tiny cowboy hat.
Straight
I'm
out
gonna
of
grab
it.
him. I'm gonna
Or the
grab
tail.
him.
Just kind of holding
So
him.
as long as
you
you
grab-
don't pull out your owl,
Just
we're
don't
gonna be
hurt
fine.
it. Just don't
When
hurt
you
it.
grab
Don't hurt him. Don't hurt him.
Sure.
you grab
by
the
the
one
tail.
hit point mouse,
Yes.
and
one
and
hit point mouse.
grab him. And Kieran, it is your go. You can see them, these evil beings who have now turned you into a mouse. Please make a wisdom save as a mouse.
As a
Jesus.
mouse.
What does that mean?
That's probably like minus on stats.
I don't know.
So
Mice
look
are
up a
pretty
rat.
smart.
Don't you maintain your mental stats?
Not with
Not with
polymorph.
polymorph.
Oh, not with polymorph.
If you're a druid, you do. Wisdom is +0.
Oh,
Okay.
+0? That's fine.
It's +0? Okay.
Natural 20.
Straight roll.
Oh,
Like a 4.
8.
8. It's going down by 5 every time, so you're good.
Yay!
So you, as the mouse, are
Guys, I
squeaking.
have
You're
a
like
+8 to wisdom. How is this
moving
happening?
up. You're like moving up to go bite at wind, but then you snap out of it, and are just like squeaking, sort of calm down. Everybody else can tell that Kieran has calmed down in mouse form.
I would no longer like to
Would you
rage.
like some cheese?
Okay, that's a good insight check. Yeah, I know it's not bad. So, how do we get out of here?
Well,
I'm gonna pick up Shar's body.
I don't know.
Don't put me in the
sad
haversack.
squeaks. Yeah, don't put me in a bag either,
No, you're alive.
Yeah,
because I'll be dead then.
but
Actually-
but like
Go ahead.
Kieran is absolutely calmed down by this point, and we can.
Yes.
Okay, I release polymorph.
Okay. Kieran,
Now
you come
Kieran
back.
is just sitting on Wynn's lap.
What up, Big Daddy?
Wind catches him. Sort of a carry.
Hi.
I'm just gonna be.
Glad you're back.
I'm gonna get up without saying anything and just go like hold Shar's body.
I'm dead!
Yeah. Well, I'll give Shar's body to Kieran.
Look what you made me do.
Everybody
Look
else
what
who
you made me do.
isn't currently inconsolable, please make another perception check.
Who isn't inconsolable?
Who the fuck else is here?
7.
Eyeballs.
19.
19.
9.
19's good enough. Lilia, you're like looking at this scene, and then you hear. Well. Isn't this been fun? You're coming
No.
closer to me now. I can
Nope.
sense it every second.
Fuck off, Ephraim!
Well, you have severely misjudged who you're talking to, but
It's worse.
Yeah, so
This
much
is a
worse.
different
Can
voice.
I-
I'm like trying to figure out whose voice it is.
I
Like
was like,
Tyson.
is there-
you would have heard this voice a long time ago.
It's not Lyra, is it? Or the
Is
fallen
this
angel?
King
or-
Salvador?
Salvador talks like
Yeah,
this.
no, I'm trying to figure whose voice this is.
Nah.
Their parents.
This character talks like Mark Shepard or my bad.
Can I can I do a
Moose.
history check
Squirrel.
instead of like test guessing?
Yeah,
'Kay.
you can do that. Sure.
I as well? Anyone that's hearing?
I think
You
Lily,
can hear it,
no,
but
I
you,
didn't-
the
I
only
didn't
person who's
perceive.
heard
I
that
didn't
voice,
perceive, Never mind.
Lily's
and
the
you
only
didn't
one,
perceive
yeah.
it. Anyway.
I did not roll well. That's a 10,
10. You recognize this voice?
but not where from.
You can't place it.
Well, it'll be fun when you make it all the way. If you make it all the way, have a good time. You hear a snap. The ocean disappears from beneath you, and you're just in a white and blue void of sky, and you all just plummet. You plummet and fall and fall and fall, and as you do, you see below you this misty barrier way down beneath you, and you all, one by one, flump, 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 into the mist. And you get surrounded by it, you start breathing it in, and it gets harder and harder to breathe, and you sort of are surrounded by this bright flash of light, and you all wake up in the bowels of the ship.
Amazing. And I guess we're both standing over Kieran.
Fuck?
I'm gonna like, sure!
Do we see the eyes at all, or?
Yeah, you do. Right as you leave, as the light shines, you see a sort of squinty and...
It's like you touch the ring,
eyes,
you see the eye.
And as we're falling and I see the eyes, all I go is, fuck!
I have to go to the bathroom so bad, you guys. I'm sorry, I'll be right back.
This is so. Okay. As this happens, we're going to take a break there.
Perfect.
Okay.
Get out of my way.
As you all arrive back in the ship. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the mid-session announcements for episode 38 of Welcome to the Bone Era, session 48. We were nearly getting to 50 at this point, which is quite mad. Hope you're enjoying this episode. Ansel's with us for the next few, actually. We were really glad to have him. Ansel Birch is a wonderful performer and producer. You can check out Starlight Radio Dreams is his main flagship show. It is a comedy radio play thing that's extremely fun. Highly recommend it. There's a link in the description. Should have really done that last time, but didn't. So here we are. He also runs the tabletop role-playing game Pickup Con that he does every month, and I've run a couple games in and have talked about in these announcements. Highly recommend that as well if you're looking for games to play. Really easy to get involved. Check it out. ttrpgpickupcon.com should redirect to his website for that now. Beyond that, if you like the show and other things I produce, head over to patreon.com/CameronOfEskDavis. There you can send me $1 if you're interested in supporting my work. All that money goes directly back to making art or to other artists, funnily enough. And as always, I use tabletopaudio.com for all our music and whatnot. Unless, of course, sometimes I don't. But most of the time, it's tabletopaudio.com for ambiences and music for your games. Free stuff, really great stuff. Check him out. Really good stuff. Beyond that, I don't really have anything much else to say this time. Just that, oh man, hope y'all are hanging in there, because I'm having a bit of a rough one, but I'm doing all right. And we have plenty more Bone Era to come. One day we'll get back to playing in person, and do not worry about our audio quality suddenly dropping back to what it was when we were using lavalier mics, because I have a plan. But I'm very excited for that eventual possibility. Make sure wherever you're at to sign up for your vaccine, because we really need everybody to get a vaccine so that we can all go back to normal and maybe go to concerts again and hang out with friends and go to restaurants and all that sort of thing. So without further ado, let's get back into the program. Later. Anyway, back to this game. So you all fell through that weird madness. You heard that voice. That fake Mark Shepard voice that I'm trying so hard to nail and not doing very well, but I'm doing my best.
That's fine.
It's a very specific thing. Anyway.
I mean, I can tell
a
what
voice
you're
you haven't heard since, well, definitely before we started recording.
Say,
Yeah, that's I'm
A long time ago. But you are all in this cabin. You have all awoken. A couple of you have stumbled out of your hammocks. A couple of you have stayed in it, whichever you want to put yourself in. As you fell through that vision. Or
I would like. So I mean, I feel terrible. Correct. Like
whatever damage you sustained is damage that you sustained.
Oh, okay. I'm not doing too bad.
I'm going to turn a cup of water into tea with prestidigitation.
Okay. You do so?
And just sit on the edge of my bunk drinking tea.
So they're hammocks, but I'll let you find a piece of wood or a chair or something to sit down. Yeah, sure.
A barrel.
I'm going.
If you scrunch it up, you can sit on it. So, friends.
What the fuck?
What the fuck was that?
I'm gonna check the bag.
My thoughts exactly.
Well, I know who the fuck. At least one of the who the fucks.
One of the who the fucks.
Go on.
So,
I mean, The eyes.
Well, yeah.
Yes, go
But
on.
I mean, I hate saying his name, especially when we're so close. It's
How sure are we that that's Morlos?
pretty damn sure. I have heard that voice before.
This seems to be his
right
MO.
before I got absolutely shanked by one of his angels.
So this confirms it in your mind that that's Morlos.
At least that it's part of it. I mean, it's at least that's the god that's spurring it on. It might be being brought forth by his cultists or one of his followers, or there was another voice though. I know it, but I can't place it.
No. Same voice. Sorry if I was confusing.
Oh,
There was one voice you heard in that thing.
but then the eyes and the laughter too, right? And that was
Not separate.
Oh, that's all the same?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Cass
Make a
is
history
confused.
check, or history or intelligence, whichever one's higher.
Sorry, guys. I ate a sandwich and my body decided it didn't like it anymore.
Oh, that sucks. Sorry.
Been there.
It's fine. It's just like all of a sudden, it's like, nah. Sending this back.
In there, it's awful feeling. Anyway, Lilia.
Natural 20 for a 24.
Natural 20. You've seen the eye imagery before as well. You saw it in the Werewolf King's cave.
Oh, fuck. I regurgitate that information.
Do we know what that means?
What was that, Emily?
Do we know what that means? I'm going back through my werewolf notes.
So you say that his influence is very high in this area. So isn't that what the voice said? That you're coming to me or something?
Only Lilia heard it, so
Okay.
whatever you regurgitated. But if I would let you have, did you tell?
Yes,
What did you
I tell people what
regurgitate?
you heard, yeah.
So you heard, what you heard. Okay. Sure, that's fine.
I suppose it was reasonable to expect that a power of this magnitude is occupied. It seems as though we're going to have a fight ahead of us. That much power is bound to have attracted someone of significant skill. You say you recognize this voice, but you can't place it?
No, she placed it.
I placed it, and can you just tell? Can you message me what it was, or can I just?
What? The voice?
Yeah,
it was Morlos's
okay,
voice.
yeah, okay, I was just making
Morlos.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah. From a long time ago, like the third session or fourth session or something.
Got it.
When I got attacked by the Deva.
When you got
afterwards.
attacked by the Deva, yeah.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So did she tell us that or no?
Yes.
Oh, okay,
absolutely, 100%. This was his voice.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Sorry if that was confusing.
No, that's okay. Tass was confused. Without a doubt. And he's found us.
Could this be the event then? What gets him out?
Good golly, I
What
hope
we're heading
not.
towards?
Well, but like timeline-wise,
It's not a matter of if, it's
When.
a matter of when.
Perhaps this is an opportunity to close the portal.
To close the portal. I mean, I would hope so. Do you know how to close one of these portals?
I do not, but we've got time to find out on the way.
Is it like what we did in that, like, Escondula vision?
Maybe, but that seemed to be like way further after the event had taken place.
But that means of conjuration will probably be
Insane.
something that may be used for said event.
I would think
That's
so.
a good point, Shar. Yeah.
Would one of you be able to teach me sending? Do any of you have that in your spell books?
Yeah, Kieran.
Well, Kieran does have the.
But it's a divine-based
through-
thing. I would, but
through Ouijas.
since Kieran is trained in Arcana, I would at least let you attempt to train it even though it's across classes like that and across types of magic. I would let you try.
If I had sending, I could send a message back to the Empire and ask for some advice.
That might not be a terrible idea.
Unless,
You
can
have
you
a few
use
days
sending
left on the
to direct a
voyage.
message to someone you haven't met? I don't think so.
Can if they're described.
Yeah, if they're really
well.
described
If you're-
well, etc., I make it a skill check.
Okay, so I could try to describe one of my colleagues to you, but
We could also just try.
You can also try and
too.
teach.
We haven't tried
Only
that
because
yet.
Kieran is also trained in Arcana, so he actually understands how to do the magic writing as well. I would let this be a skill
an
challenge for both
expert.
of you.
okay, that would. I think that's worth trying.
Prodigy. some
Okay,
would
so it's the
say.
middle of the night. None of you have gotten a long rest, but it's the middle of the night. Are you doing this now?
I think for now
Can
we
we
should
do it now?
try to sleep.
Yeah.
You
I
can,
would
but you
please.
can also sleep again. Yeah.
I would
I
like
need
to sleep.
Yeah, we
Notably, Shar, you
do
went
this in the
to
morning.
bed to meditate like usual, and you found yourself sleeping, which is not normal. So
Okay,
Hate that.
got it.
that was how you were
So
put
I
into
don't. I
whatever
still don't get a long rest. What's my deal
No,
here?
you would now take the 4
We will
hours to
now.
meditate. It's just during that previous one,
Okay.
you were put into wherever you were
Okay.
in a
We're all
weird
gonna
way.
So
wake
I
up
can
real late.
recover my exhaustion.
If
now?
you all go to sleep here, nothing additional happens in the night.
Okay.
I would like
doing
to
that
sleep.
then.
All right.
Please.
Yeah.
Sleep.
And
It is now, I think I did this math right. It is now Mon the 9th, which is March 9th. Or May 9th.
March.
May 9th. Vidar is another year older, as of a few days ago.
Yay!
Aw, happy birthday, buddy. Hopefully you don't betray us.
That'd be nice.
But yes, it is Saturday, Mon the 9th. And you all awaken on the 4th day of your journey.
A 4 out of 4.5, yes?
4 out of 4.5. So yeah, you'll probably get there midday the next day. Right. Okay. Is the idea.
I'll ask Shar what kind of arrow she would like me to get started on.
Oh, are we doing craft time again?
Well, it's a new day. What would you
Sure.
like?
Let's see. What do I have? I have 2 fire, 2 lightning.
You can also
1
you can also
necrotic.
maybe think outside of the box if you wanted. You don't have to. Obviously, you can always do extra damage shit. That's easy for you as a sorcerer. But if you wanted to think about any other effects you might want to have happen, I would let you at
Okay.
least think about it. But I'm just giving you options as an enchanter. Think
Like-
more outside of the box if you want to.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You can be very streamlined or not.
Yeah, I'm trying to use
Let's-
my spells and my cantrips as my medium, but if you will let me, like, you said fireball was out of my wheelhouse.
Fireball. You could maybe handle a fireball arrow. It would take months
Okay, that'll take a while.
Yeah.
and a lot of money. Yeah.
Yeah, for now, I'll stick to the cantrip ones. Until
They're at least easy to make in 2 days
I think of
anyway.
something. Yeah. But what would you
Why
like?
does it say the necrotic arrow is worth more than the lightning and fire? Is that correct, or did I mess that up?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
But what would you like me to make?
I don't know. Don't care. Let's do 1 more necrotic, so I have 2 of each, and then
I'll
we can
take
go
a-
back
I'll do
to
a
fire.
day.
All right, so you start with one of Shar's fletched
And I'll do
arrows.
craft time, and so I'm at 9 out of 20
Cool.
days on my greater healing.
Cool,
potion.
so you are making that. Excellent. And Kuren and Axikras, you are going to attempt to have Kuren transcribe a divine spell as arcane so that Axikras can do it. In order to accomplish this, I would say it would be an Arcana check from Kuren with advantage, because Axikras would be helping you. But it is going to be difficult because it is divine magic that you are transcribing.
28.
DC was 25,
Awesome.
so you did it. Yeah. So Axikras,
My
you are
plus 10 is
impressed.
very helpful.
Very helpful. You are impressed by Kuren's knowledge of the arcane for a divine-based magic practitioner, and after with only a little bit of coaching to like make it wizardy, you end up with a scroll on
I
some
was
nice
a prodigy.
paper.
What can I say?
I would
Awesome.
say you have some nice paper since you're a guest wizard and not a campaign wizard. You have nice paper and ink to be able to do the transcript.
Yeah, it should be in my pack.
I mean, technically in the rules you have to like pay for a specific amount of paper and ink.
Right.
But because you're a guest, it doesn't matter. You've got this ready. You've bought it on the way. You spent a bunch of time in towns and stuff, so that's fine. So you have enough to transcribe sending if you want to.
Great.
So does that mean now he knows this forever, or he can only do this like once?
Well, now I
Like
have to
an
copy it
actual
into my
spell
spell book, right?
Okay.
With the nice paper and ink. Yeah.
Got
So the way it
Okay.
works with wizards is you find a spell scroll, and then you have to spend money on nice paper and nice ink for magical transcribing, and you transcribe it into your spell book, and then
And then you learn
and
it?
then you know it in your spell book, and then every morning you prepare from that list of spells that you've collected.
That's cool.
Wizards are cool, but they're squishy.
Yeah.
Yup.
I'm going to apologize to Axikras about what I did to him in that dream.
I'm just
So-
awkwardly
I don't know what
avoiding
became of me.
Char.
In your defense, I attempted to murder you as well.
Yes, your display of the use of that mist was quite frightening.
There's a lot of
Quite
power in that
deadly.
mist. It is to be respected and watched carefully.
I will now forever be vigilant while up on the deck as we go closer into Talor. I'm going to be just doing perception checks all day when I'm on that deck.
Okay.
DM question.
Yes.
The amount of mist, or the density of the mist, is this close to or more than I've experienced in the forest?
I would say it's close to
Okay.
on that ship here, yeah.
I also think that it is now time I let everyone know that, oh, by the way, the fog is only, the mist or the fog, whatever you want to call it, is only around the ship.
Oh,
It doesn't extend any further than about 30 feet out from the ship.
60 feet.
fascinating.
So you
60
see
feet,
30
sorry,
feet
60
through
feet,
it, and then 30 feet additional, so 60 feet out from the ship,
Yeah.
surrounding it.
Yep. So, I don't know what that means, if there's something specifically on the ship, or if it's just the ship that is targeted. I don't know. But I think that's probably something that's pertinent information.
Absolutely. Can we take a look around and see if there's anything that might be harboring it?
You can make investigation checks, a couple of
Yeah.
you, or one of you with advantage.
I will let other
yeah.
people roll for me
I'll give
because my
I'll give
investigation
Shar
is
some
poopy.
advantage on my
My investigation's only +7. I feel like someone
You're
else.
so
I've got it.
reliably talented.
Okay. Are you higher than that? Yeah, you do it.
That's better than mine.
I've got
yeah.
the eye that
Better
can
than
help
mine.
me hang up.
What does the eye command?
Yeah, I'll do that one more time. I'll
And
tap
I
the
love
eye on
Lurk.
that.
You push
Okay.
your eye.
Oh wait, that's
No,
not Lurk.
just
Ow.
Okay, that's a 24.
24. All right, so you scrounge, all of you sort of take this moment as a group to just scrounge the ship for anything weird and mystical, maybe something that has been brought aboard. You ask the Silver Lady. She sort of spills magical items. She's got like a sword and some armor that's magical. You ask Old Mobo. You scrounge the other sailors. There doesn't seem to be anything that could be keeping it here. Nothing specifically producing mist or anything like that, or anything that would be anchoring that. But you feel like you searched pretty hardcore. for
Thoroughly.
I'm gonna ask.
How would we check if it was one of us? Is there any way
I
to
don't
do
know.
that? Like,
I'm gonna ask. Who enchanted the damage on the ship? Like, or was this?
Who are you asking?
I'll ask Mobo because he was so happy about explaining the damage. But like, was this damage enchanted by some other guild, or was it actually?
No,
like,
it wasn't enchanted.
used like this in the.
This is the damage that happened during the battle, and then we fixed it. We did everything that would fix it, but the wounds, the image of the wounds, never went away.
And there's no possibility that this damage didn't leave any kind of imprint on it. that
I
could
mean, all that
possibly-
magic stuff is a little beyond me, but I guess it's possible. I've seen you all do amazing feats of interesting things. Sure, everything's possible.
I'm going to speculate to the group that the damage given to the ship in the prior encounter might be the beacon drawing the mist towards the ship. But again, pure speculation.
Mobo, did you run into the same mist on your prior voyage?
That we did, my friend. We went closer to Talor initially on our last voyage, and the mist seemed to sort of reach out like an arm and envelop the ship. It did follow us for quite some time, I seem to recall.
Yeah, it's probably an effect on the ship.
It might not leave you alone this time, though.
Well, that's why we all have you.
Oh, no, that's correct.
Could we do an arcana to check for, like, a curse on the ship itself?
Sure, make an arcana check.
19.
19? I mean, you inspect, especially just out of curiosity, you inspect the wounds, you inspect the ship itself, you go to, like, the bust in the front. Based on this ship is in no way magical. Though, I mean, the wounds, clearly there's some magical essence left over there. You wouldn't call this a curse. You suspect it doesn't have anything to do with this specific ship.
I communicate such.
Yeah. All of this is highly unsettling, and I think it just means that we're going to have to be much more on our guard when we actually get to Talor.
We will also need to be very mindful of the crew.
Yes.
Yes.
We don't want to have any more of the crew members making a flying leap, as it were.
Well,
Nala,
also,
make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, did someone jump off?
Nobody
He
wanted
wanted
to.
to.
Just okay.
17.
Nala, you hear this sort of... Yeah, you'll do nicely, I think.
Oh no.
And you feel this just... It's that feeling like you're being watched, magnified to about 20,000. Something is staring at you, and something is going to hurt you, and you feel this tremendous desire to leap off the ship. And you run to the edge
Get away!
instantly,
Run.
and everybody sees Nala as she runs to the edge. You're all standing on deck.
I
Nala
cast slow.
rushes to the edge. Okay, you cast slow.
When?
What's the save for slow?
Just a sec. It is... Con save.
Constitution save, Nala.
I am frightened. Does that
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save again.
I am frightened. Does that affect anything?
You're not frightened of anything that you can see at the moment. It's a different type of fear.
Well, that's fine. I rolled poo-poo anyway, so 5.
5. So you are slowed. Suddenly, Nala is running in slow motion as Wynn, rushes over.
Clotheslines.
Make a strength check with advantage, Wynn. Or no, you make a strength check and then it's disadvantage for Nala.
Okay.
I think it's dex really with slow, but I don't care.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay, 7.
7. So, Wynn, you do manage to tackle the slowed Nala, who just suddenly started weeping mist and immediately rushing to the side of the ship. And as you tackle Nala, another sailor from across the way just goes and leaps and goes to leap. Another couple of the sailors grab him and pull him down, but he fights him off and jumps over the edge. And they're like,
I'm
"No,
gonna cast Water Walk
on that guy." On that guy, so water walk, and he just goes wham into the ground, and is like, "Oh no, I gotta get underneath." And Lilia, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm also gonna, because it's
Okay, here's hoping. 18?
up to 10 creatures
just
I can
makes-
see. Also gonna put it on Nala just in case.
Do you put it on anyone else? Because it's 10 creatures, and Lilia just some mist sort of came out of your, and you just shake yourself
Everyone
off.
who's on the
As
deck.
many
Wait,
people
I will
close to
say
me.
the party then
Okay,
gets
that's kind
water
of a
walk plus that sailor
deck.
and a couple other sailors, maybe the silver lady as well.
What about the captain?
Everybody else, make a wisdom saving throw.
Everyone else, but
Nope.
reliable.
17.
No, you're not.
Not for
No,
saving
not
throws.
Saving throws. Ooh.
Wait,
No.
not
for saving throws.
right? Okay, that's what I thought.
20.
Win 17, 20. Axikras, you feel that mist, but it's mist, and you're like, "What are you doing?" Squash it, and you hear in your head, Axikras. Well, surprised you made it this far, my friend. And Shar, what'd you get? 4. So. Win, you tackle Nala, and then you just leap off the boat because you're right next to it anyway, because Nala was already there.
And I dive
And Shar, you're
Win.
like rushing for the side. I would say somebody has a reaction maybe as you see Shar and whatnot happen. Kieran,
they
what'd you
have
get?
water walk
This
on
is
them?
gonna suck.
Yeah, the
Kieran,
whole
what'd you
party
get?
does, I think.
I got a 23.
Oh, you're good.
This might suck, but I'd like to cast Everard's Black Tentacles on the rail.
Okay. So Axikras just reaches
Should
out.
we get me and Win and the guy off the
We're working on it.
first?
Kieran, use it.
An idea, didn't you, Sarah?
I'm gonna use my
so I will say-
tattoo.
Yeah, you are.
The sailor and Shar leapt off the port side, so the left side.
Okay.
And Win leapt off of, and Nala was going to leap off of the starboard side.
Okay.
So which side would you like to cast Evard's Black Tentacle? So there's the sailor down there, and Shar is about to leap off, or is in the midst of leaping.
Okay, and so they haven't leapt yet, they're about to.
Shar is in the midst of leaping, and the
Yeah.
sailor is
Win
on the
and the
ground,
sailor
and
are
Win
already
is on the
left.
has leapt over the side as well.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the side I want to go for.
So the one with
then.
the sailor and Shar, then? This is the
Yeah.
port side? Okay, so
Yeah,
you
port
cast
side.
Evard's Black Tentacles. These writhing tentacles, ebony tentacles, just create themselves all along the railing and just... and you are trying to use they are in the area, so you're going to try and grab the sailor and catch Shar? Mm-hmm. Okay. This is a painful way of doing that, but it works.
It's all I got.
Yeah, all right, so everybody... So Shar... Oh. Shar, make a dex save.
Okay.
The sailor fails.
Oh, there you
Well,
go.
it's not good. Nope, but, so that's 11.
But you have evasion.
But I have evasion, so whatever the damage is, I get half of it.
Do you succeed in any other effects with evasion?
I'm looking, hang on.
Good news, I rolled low, so I might not murder that sailor.
No, it's if I win, I take no damage. I don't take half.
Right.
But if I lose, I just take half.
Is it just damage,
So I just-
though? Or does it also do the other effects, is the question. If there are other
It says
effects.
when
Like-
you're subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dex saving throw to take half
Okay, I'm talking about the effect of the spell. Let me read it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's just
Like,
damage.
If you
Yeah,
were...
it's just the damage. I
Okay,
think.
so you still do get... So you rolled crappily, so you get half damage, but you still get grabbed by the tentacle.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So that's
How
good.
much damage, Axikras?
7.
7 total?
So
Yep,
4
7
or
total.
3?
3 damage, so yeah, you don't kill the sailor. That was a
Yay!
worry. But you do grab onto them, and they're sort of being held in the air by these tentacles, and you both are restrained and being held in the air. The sailor's like trying to pull out of it and go, I gotta hide, I gotta get in there. And Shar, you're feeling the same way. You're like, I do need to get under the water right now.
Yeah.
There's-
Everyone clear the decks.
And Win, you have leapt off the side.
I'm gonna use.
I just picture Win just running into the distance,
As-
just like taking off.
Tackle me.
Yep, tackled
Tackle
him and
me
then
down.
went, and ducked off the side.
Gotta go. Peace.
Me first.
But
Me first.
Win is in the air, nearly landing on the ground. Does anyone do anything?
Can I use my tattoo?
You can use your tattoo. So as you reach out over the starboard side, your tattoo becomes alive and reaches out with these restraining tentacles. What's the save?
It looks like a strength saving.
Strength save, Win.
Uh-oh. I'm good at
I was
those.
not prepared for how much Kieran and I have in common.
Yeah.
21.
21. So unfortunately,
no.
as the tattoo strands try to grab onto, Win just whips them off. And please make an acrobatics check as you're landing
Okay.
on water with water walk.
What?
All right. 12.
12. So you just whoosh, and slam into the sort of ground, and
Ow.
you realize that it's like 20 feet. So you take 3 whole points of bludgeoning damage from falling onto the water, and then you realize that you're water walking, and you don't want to be water walking, but you've done
No.
this spell before, so you just turn it off and sink into the water.
Motherfucker.
Awesome.
Make a
Wait.
con
Fantastic.
save when in the icy,
Wait,
frigid
we can turn
water.
other people's spells off?
Water walk
I didn't know
is
that.
if you
Water
want
walk
to.
is optional, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Okay.
So the sailor wasn't smart enough because he
That's
didn't
a
know magic
23.
enough. 23. So
Yeah.
you are resisting the full damage from being under the water of the freezing Arctic, but it's a lot of damage because you're being frozen to death.
Great.
Somebody save him.
16 would be normally, so 8 points of cold damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyone doing anything?
Yeah, I'm trying to find my...
No, we're just gonna leave him
No,
there.
I'm looking...
It's the last straw.
Yeah.
What's...
Oh man, I don't actually have control water today, so...
Is the
I
voice?
will.
I was
is the
gonna try
voice
to
still in
shoot
my
him
head?
out.
The
Yeah,
voice
it's-
isn't talking immediately to you, but it was a second ago.
All right, I would like to mentally call to that voice. I'm coming for you, and then cast Globe of Invulnerability. But I am gonna dive in and follow Win.
What?
Gotta try and save him.
So you create a you pull out sort of a little glass bead and you hold it in your hands, and this sort of shimmery grayish translucent orb appears around you, a hamster ball.
like the
and
shield
you run
in
off the
Smash, yeah.
side
Cool.
and you leap over.
Cool.
It's the personal shield in
The imagination, yes, it's the personal shield for Futurama. But you roll the hamster ball over and you sort of go boop, and you bounce over the side of the railing, and you land in the water. Whoosh, and you are under this dark water. Anyone else doing anything?
How far away are they from me?
I mean, as you look over the side, it's dark water, but you can barely make them out. They're probably 20 feet and sinking,
Okay, but like
and
they're
it's 20
within
foot drop, so maybe 30 feet down.
Okay,
I would
great.
say 30
Excellent.
feet.
So they're within 60 feet of me.
Yeah, maybe 30, 40.
I'm going to cast
Underwater.
polymorph on Win.
Okay.
Great.
And I'm going to turn Win into a seal.
Okay.
Oh, that's gonna make him harder to catch.
Well, we didn't coordinate, did we?
Nope. Not saying don't do it, just realizing the challenge.
I know.
no, now he's just gonna swim
The problem
away.
was I decided this before you jumped in,
Sure,
so I
but
was
that
like
makes
thinking I
character
was
sense, yeah.
in the motion and went, no.
Okay, so you cast polymorph. What is the save again?
It's a wisdom.
Wisdom save
Okay.
win. I need some more exciting music for this.
4.
4.
Oh, you're a seal now.
You turn into a seal.
I'm a seal.
You know what's nice about being a seal in Arctic water? You feel like much safer now. And you can just keep swimming down.
No, but seals have to. Shit. I see Win just.
We're never gonna find
I
You
it.
have a swim
assuming
speed of 40 feet.
Okay, I'll just keep swimming down.
Do you have Nala with you still?
Nala wasn't
No,
there.
Nala's on the deck.
Well, actually, after Win
But you all have turns,
blocks
yes.
me... Yeah, it hasn't come back to me, so
Okay.
I'm on the deck. I haven't jumped yet.
Win is still at the same distance then, because it's the same around.
Okay,
So
so,
what are you
Win
doing,
has
Nala?
not taken off yet.
Well,
Yet.
do I have to save? Because I think I'm still under the influence, right?
You are. Make a wisdom saving throw.
That's a 9.
You're still wanting to dive off the side of the deck.
This is
I
terrible.
dive off that deck if anyone wants to
I was gonna say, can I use my tattoo again?
I will let you in the next round. So
That'll be my turn.
Nala dives
Diving
off. Make a acrobatics check. Because you are also water walked, but you don't know it.
6.
6. So you also slam into the ground and take
Ow!
11 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm trying, guys.
But you also turn it off and you sink into the
Turn
water.
it off. Like a light switch.
Rats.
Top of the round, sort of. Whatever this round is. Win. Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Hopefully you make it. Nope.
6.
6. You're just swimming down. You swim 80 feet below the water.
This is the time for single digits not
everything
to show
is
up
going in the
today.
dice jail today.
You are safe from the cold because you're a
Yeah.
seal, at least for an hour.
I feel so at home.
And you hear in your mind, yes, that's right. You don't want to come where I am, do you? I'm much too scary for that. And everybody else except for Nala would be last, how we did it before, so everyone else gets to do something. Currently, Evard's black tentacles are tentacling the two of those two. The soldier will make a wisdom save. Doesn't make it, he's still freaked out. And Shar, make a wisdom save.
9.
What?
9.
Jesus, man. Wisdom saves are the bane of this group.
I'm rolling really bad.
Yeah,
I also only have a +1.
Yeah, you're good. I mean, the influence is still balanced in a way.
Yeah.
Anyone else doing anything?
Okay, I made a tactical error. First off, Globe of Invulnerability stays in place. It doesn't follow me.
Oh,
and
good.
I can't maintain it and concentrate on the tentacles. So if
Okay.
I can retcon just not having done that.
I'll let you just have leapt off the side if you want.
Yep.
You
it
land
wouldn't have
on
helped
the
with
water?
the cold anyway.
You haven't gone in the water yet because you have water walk, so make an acrobatics check then, retroactively.
Acrobatics 5.
Jesus.
You're
I'm gonna eat it on the water.
8 points of bludgeoning damage as you smack into the water, but you have your wits about you, so you realize that you have water walk, but you can do whatever you want to do from here as you stand.
Can I still see Win? Or has Win gone too far?
Win is deep in the darkness of the ocean.
Well,
80 feet down.
Now we need another seal.
yep, I guess I can't save him.
You tried.
I can polymorph you as well. Wait, no, I can't do 2 at once.
Then
It's
Wynn
concentration.
will
Never
go
mind.
back.
Forget I
It
said
is
that.
concentration.
Yep.
We could just
And you're
kill
wearing
Win.
armor, Win.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're wearing armor. This.
I mean, we can always bring Win back again, right?
If you can find
we
Win's
gotta
body.
haul. Yeah, we gotta haul his body up here.
Well,
In
Yeah,
under a
I'm just
minute.
gonna stand on the water and look down. He's gone.
There he goes.
You can see me. Maybe. I don't know.
Does anyone know how to call him back?
call him back.
There are options. It might hurt you, Lilia, but you have an option.
I mean, I have an option, but there's no guarantee that I would be able to take Win with me.
A
you'd
seal
have to-
is a medium beast. Right, yeah, so you'd have to somehow
Yeah.
save him or hope he makes his wisdom save. But.
Yep.
I will
Although,
eventually.
wait,
I'd
so
like to
since-
try casting message.
Okay.
All right,
Cast
so I'm going to
message.
point down and hope that I'm pointing roughly
You're in the
towards
roughly
Win.
general direction. He
Yeah.
just seems to be going down anyway, so.
Win, turn around. You're being manipulated by Morlos.
Win. No, make a persuasion check, Axikras.
Magic persuasion.
That was a bad time for a 1, guys.
Oh,
Sorry.
Jesus.
God
Damn it.
It's the single digits
God.
today.
Crit fail.
The rolling's so bad today. Oh, it's.
I hate this.
Okay.
We were rolling so well when we were trying to kill each other.
I think I
Kieran
can
was.
save Win.
Is anyone else
Really?
doing
How?
I
anything?
think I can save Win.
I am trying to
Is
swim.
there? There's nothing I can do. I'm grappled.
Oh,
and
Nala's
I'm
also
mad.
going down, right. So Nala's also there, Axikras.
I was gonna try and grab.
Oh, you were
Nala.
also going to try Nala. Okay, so
Yeah.
you reach out with your tattoo again.
Yes, Nala, make a strength check.
Strength save.
Yeah.
That's all right. I rolled a 2
All right.
plus 3 is
So
5.
your
5.
tattoo does a thing for the
I-
first time ever and grabs
Grab her.
Nala. Is it just grapple? And
It is.
Can you
There's-
grab and yoink?
There's a force damage, but can I not use it?
it would deal damage, yeah.
Oh, okay.
me
So
do it. Let me
that's.
take that
I will
damage.
give her. 11 points of damage,
Okay.
Ouch.
and is now grappled.
You are grappled, so you have no movement, but you could break out of it if you don't make your
My
save.
Gotcha. Cool.
Lilia, are you doing anything this round?
Yes, and it's gonna suck. I'm gonna use Dimension Door
Okay.
Yes.
and get myself down to where Win is.
Suddenly, the cold from the cold deck, the freezing, horrifying cold, and the pressure all around you from the water, 80 feet down.
It sucks.
Well, actually, even more, a little more than that. So you're make a Constitution save for me.
Oh, not those.
Yikes.
You're going into freezing cold.
Man, this is the worst.
Dirty 20.
There we go. Let me just roll all these dice.
Nice. Finally.
You like prestidigitized yourself right before you were going.
So that would have been 20 points, but it's 10 points of cold damage as you freeze a bit in this round, and you see Win the Seal
Okay. Excellent.
going down.
I have to do this in the right order.
That would be your action for the round, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I know. I just, I have to do it in the right order for continuing. Is it possible, as a bonus action that, because am I, right next to Win when I get down, or can I...
Yeah, you're right next to him.
As,
He just went straight down. So
A
it's fine.
bonus action, can I grab on as soon as I get down there?
It would be a strength check to hold on to the slippery wind seal.
Okay, I will do that.
Slippery wind seal.
I hate
What's
that
the
phrase,
strength on a
actually.
seal? Yeah, that's the opposite of dolphin, Kire.
Well,
That's not a that's a natural
We
one.
just gotta get
so
matching
3.
tattoos at this
A
point.
natural one. Oh no! So you try and grab on as Wind goes down, and you just miss him, but you start swimming after.
Man, I love how often we crit fail trying to save you.
It's okay.
Welcome to our
If
life.
I can't do this, I'm just leaving.
Yeah.
I'm just leaving.
You could drop the polymorph because he'd be worse at swimming, but it's up to you.
That's true.
But I can't do that in this round.
Sure, you can. Dropping spells isn't anything.
Oh, then I'll drop
dropping
it.
spells
That's a free action.
I'll drop it.
Yeah, that's a free action.
You drop polymorph.
Yeah.
Win, make a Constitution save.
Congratulations, you're drowning.
Natural fucking one!
Oh my god.
So hard.
What is wrong with us? We all need
The
these.
Silver Lady is going to tell the story of the bone era.
26 points of cold damage.
Ow!
It's okay, you'll be easier
As
to
your
take
body
back up
comes
if you're
back,
unconscious
and
anyways.
you swim 15 feet, but Lilia stays right with you.
I feel like Lilia underwater, cheeks puffed out because she's holding her breath, and she's just mad.
This is bullshit. I'm always picking up the fucking trash.
Also, I am cold.
These stupid humans I fucking attached myself to.
Win,
I
make
could
a
have
wisdom
just been
save.
busking my entire
Okay.
life. I would have been happy.
Do a little better, please.
I believe in you, Win.
Lilia's not one who wants an easy life.
She did. She
Well,
really
that's
did.
good.
What is it, Max?
It's 6.
6.
Jesus, Max.
I'm sorry. You are still dead set on swimming down, but you can only go 15 feet, 30 feet full speed.
Sure.
Just movement and dash. You move 30 feet. But since I said 15 and it was sort of at the same time as Lilia, you are 15 feet from Lilia, I will say.
Okay.
Because of the way I did movement in Lilia's
Okay.
turn. Shar, make a wisdom save. And Nala as well.
Do I have any other dice that haven't been
This
traded?
sucks.
Alright, this dice has got to give me something. It didn't.
That is a 12.
It's a 10.
10 is not quite enough. It's been going down a little slower this time. 12, I'll
got a
say,
12,
just
so I'm
makes
still-
it. On
Oh, you made it?
Yeah.
Oh,
the way
hell
that it's
yeah.
going down, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
So,
can
Shar,
I,
you're just in tentacles. Do those do damage
Yeah.
every round?
It doesn't say.
No, not your tentacles.
Oh, the other tentacles.
The other tentacles.
Axikras?
Ivard's black tentacles. Yes.
Yeah. Do you need
So
me to
you
roll that
actually
again?
should have taken.
3. I was in 3 rounds of tentacles.
So one round we already did him though. So you get
Okay, so
66
just
points
2.
of bludgeoning damage.
Each
Okay.
time?
No, that's all of it. So it's 3d6 each.
6d6.
Oh,
So
okay.
2. Yeah.
I heard 66 like the number.
6 die 6.
I also heard that.
I heard
So I got
66
11 on
too.
the first one
11 points the first round.
Thanks for saving me.
Okay.
and 15 on the second round.
Okay, so I'm not looking too great, but I'm okay.
The sailor does make it. So he is also going, fuck! 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 As he gets whipped around by these magical tentacles. Get me down from there!
Is Axikras still down, or is he up on the deck
She is now down on the
I'm
surface
still
of the
standing on the water, yeah.
Can somebody let us down, please?
Axikras, make a perception check. As the ship is also moving, there's waves, there's
That's another
going on.
crit fail.
Oh my
friends.
Oh, he got nothing.
You did not.
They're all gone.
You do
New
not.
D20.
You do not hear Shar and the sailors screaming for
Who's on the
for
deck?
help. The Silver Lady and Old Mobo and other sailors come over and they're like,
Can they,
"How
like,
do we get rid of this?"
sword?
And they're
Like, can you
they're
try hitting it with a sword?
attacking the tentacles, but unfortunately they are not anything. But you guys, since you have your wits back, you can make a strength or dexterity check to try and get out.
I'd like to make a dexterity
Also
check.
Misty
That sounds
Step.
You
like
can also
something
Misty
I'd
Step.
like.
Yeah, you can also miss.
Oh, I was about to ask that. Okay, here. Can I do a check and then if that doesn't work, use Misty Step?
Sure.
I guess it is a bonus
Okay.
action.
Because it is a bonus action. Yeah. Oh, nope. So that's 13.
13
On my
does
dex.
not make it based on Axikras'
Okay,
save.
then I'm gonna Misty Step out of him.
Okay,
Out of this.
and you land on the deck. The soldier unfortunately rolled a 6 and is still in tentacles, and he also
No!
Oh,
and
Damn
is,
it.
is
I'm gonna run to the side of the boat then and scream at Axikras.
okay. You
that
sprint over there, and
he needs to
Axikras.
turn off his tentacles.
Yeah, whatever you say.
Turn off your tentacles.
Context.
The sailor's body
slump.
actually does water walk work on dead people.
Wait. He didn't fall onto the deck?
Oh, he was out.
I figured if it was like waving back and forth. I don't know.
The
I'm just
ship's also
imagining
been-
Ship's
wild
moving.
wild
It's just
tentacles.
holding him out
Goddamn.
there.
It
It doesn't pull, unfortunately.
Barely at sea.
It says. It just says up to 10 willing creatures you can see within range gain this ability for the duration.
You did say a couple extra sailors. Got it.
Well, I specifically said that guy when he jumped.
Couple
Yeah,
extra
yeah.
sailors certainly got water walk.
This guy can't
But also
willingly turn
specifically
it off
too,
because
yeah.
he's dead.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Is that I don't know if he can willingly turn it off or willingly turn it on.
Yeah.
But he didn't turn it off originally. You know what? I'm giving him a 75% chance to succeed and just land body first on the water.
It does say
He
also,
succeeds.
which I didn't know,
Yay!
is
It's the first succeed of the night.
And the Silver Lady's like, someone get him! That's not a German accent, I don't care. We have to save our friend down there. And Old Mo was like, all right, everyone, grab him. I don't know why he's sitting on top of the water. Slow this ship down. And they're all rushing to rescue this sailor who is, I mean, he's dead.
Okay.
But he is,
If
he
the
is.
crew's, yeah.
I'm trying to rip myself off of Kieran because I
Yep,
rolled a 10.
yep.
I'm just trying to take inventory of where everyone's at. So all the crew is now going to save this sailor.
Some of the crew is,
Wynn and Lilia are in the
Are
water.
about
When
100
is
feet
intent
below
on
water.
drowning?
Axikras is down, standing on the water.
Nala is currently
I'm
being
now on
held
the
in the
deck.
air
Okay.
by Kieran's tattoo. You're on the deck.
Okay.
And Nala, make a, what's the save against your tattoo?
it's a acrobatics or athletics.
Right, just like grapple, so make an acrobatics
Do
save.
athletics. That's 11.
14.
I'm
so-
rolling so bad.
So you are
bad. None of my
still
D20s
grappled,
are
which is a
doing
good
it.
thing because you're not drowning yourself intentionally.
I'm keeping this cursed piece.
This
D20 is
sucks.
staying with
Top of
me.
the round, win, make a
Looking
wisdom
out
save.
for you.
Lord.
Yeah,
Do
exactly.
better.
Has the
Oh, thank God. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yes!
You break out of it, but please also make a constitution save.
Okay.
Brr.
All right.
Brr.
21.
21 makes it.
Yay!
Finally.
Finally.
23, which would be 11 points of cold damage to you.
Okay.
Lilia, you're in the water too. Make a con save.
I don't want to. Oh, fuck me.
Use.
As you're swimming
4.
down to 4. Does
Oh
not matter.
no!
What if Lilia died while rescuing? That would be fine.
I'm not gonna die.
I would
know.
hate myself forever.
I have too much health to die from this.
Thank God we waited till this happened in the morning and not last night.
Yeah,
19 points of
seriously.
cold damage to
Yeah,
you,
that's fine.
Lilia. As you reach Wynn, who seems to no longer be swimming down and is just like at you.
I grab Wynn like a mother grabs a toddler. And I yeet us back up to the ship.
And
And you dimension door shivering as you appear on the shore, soaking wet. A few sailors rush to grab you like blankets as you probably prestidigitize yourself and just get the water off both you and Win. Nala, make a wisdom save.
7.
Oh god.
Try to make an acrobatics check or athletics.
Hey, Lola.
10.
You're still trapped and angry about it. Axikras,
Oh my God.
Nala is there next to you, being held by some mystical ink tentacles that are being grabbing Nala.
Very cool. Has the ship
The ship has moved. You're just sort of you're
has the
walking
ship
along.
moved enough that I can see the sailor on the other side?
Sure. Yes.
All right, I'm just going to run over and grab him, and then I'll fly back up to the deck.
Okay, you cast fly. You fly back up to the deck as the sailors
Yeah.
have already thrown out saving or lifesavers and stuff, and gone. Huh? As you fly past them. Luckily, many of the other sailors were able to grab the other sailors who were affected, and neither the Silver Lady or Old Mobo were affected by it. And
wonderful news.
as the round comes around, Nala, make another wisdom save.
Come on, Nala.
They won't pull me up.
Not with the no, it just grapples.
I was gonna say I can't
9.
9 makes it.
I can
it's
still
2
feel
every
it. Give
time.
me a second. I gotta switch out.
Ah!
Okay.
It's 2 every time. So Nala, you finally. What the hell? And you, with some weird grace and whatnot, you use your tattoo to sort of hold Nala a bit, and then you let it drop. And Nala, you have to make a grab for the side of the ship. Make a acrobatics check.
Crit fail. We're not out of it yet, everybody.
And you go and fall down and slam onto the ground.
I quit.
This is
I
the
give up on you.
worst.
And you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Can I blade board myself in the process of falling?
I don't think that's how it works.
Sure, I'll allow you to do that.
Bladeborn works against bludgeoning.
It's a cantrip.
Okay.
Sure. So you only take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you slam back first into the ocean.
And I'll yell out to Axikras to please fly me up here.
I'll go get him.
Okay, make a strength check. Axikras.
Insanity.
I won't.
There we go.
So you grab
Just
Nala.
running. We're running.
Nala's heavier than I
Nala
thought.
is very
Yeah,
heavy
she's
compared to a
dragonborn,
little gnome.
And you're a gnome.
The ship
Yeah,
is moving,
she's,
but
like,
they've slowed it down pretty dramatically.
I'll wait till
A lifesaver goes out to you, Axikras. You fly back as the lifesaver goes, and
pull
I
out
will
the
go. You
lifesaver.
grab it, and Nala is slowly dragged back on top of the ship,
Hooray!
soaking wet, and well, no, not soaking wet because you didn't go under
wet.
weather.
Probably my face hurts a little bit.
Wow.
What was that?
Sitting on the deck shivering.
Lilia, I had said prestidigitized you as well. Win, if
yeah.
that's cool, yeah. So you are
You're
at least
warmer.
warm and not wet anymore.
Did we lose anybody?
No.
Luckily, we did not.
Miraculously.
Just that
One
lady,
sailor.
the silver lady, except our friend here. And they walk over, and there is a dead body of a sailor.
What? Where did he go?
It was the,
He died from the tentacles that were trying to save him because he didn't break out of his thing fast enough.
All right. Well, since technically it's kind of our group's fault,
I totally did that, yep.
I will use
fuck.
my spell that I can't
Revivify,
fight.
that's fine. Within a minute.
Yeah.
Please make a wisdom check.
He's not damned
You said
too,
traditionally not gone well.
No.
I don't think he spent enough time
we'll
with
bill the
us.
Silver Lady. Both
The contract specifically
lady
only
and the crew
mentions
for
a certain
300.
amount of people and within a certain
Okay.
amount of times.
Okay.
Yeah, so Axikras, you're fine. Don't worry.
You're fine.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
I got an 18.
18.
We
So
wouldn't
as you
in good
lay
conscience have
the
invited
diamonds
you along with us.
as you lay the diamonds on this deceased soldier's body, they break up in the air and we just goes in the air. You see a sort of shrugging
She's
female
like,
figure
Fine.
As the diamonds go into the man's nose and he wakes up.
That'll be 300 gold, please.
I'm not gonna charge him.
What the hell was that?
We killed him and you're gonna charge him?
My bad.
Technically, she should charge Axikras because he's the one who killed
The
him.
sailor is freaked out. Well, what the fuck was that? I didn't sign up for this bullshit. I didn't.
None of us
I mean, you
did,
sort of
really.
did.
Yeah.
No!
Shit, I
You
did
now
the right
have-
contract law.
You now have an amazing story. You've seen death in the face, and you spat it out. You got out
Well,
of it.
technically,
I
she
don't-
spat him out, kind of.
I don't
Oh, yes.
I don't remember a thing.
That's probably for the best.
Probably better,
Just felt-
honestly.
Felt like I needed.
You can
Been
make
there.
up the details
It's
of the
really
plot.
hard. It's really hard to think.
Really felt
about
like I
what
needed
you
to
witnessed.
hide myself. I don't know why the water would be a good idea for that.
It's because it was an asshole telling you to do it. Not because it's actually a good idea.
That
Yes,
voice,
the
it
mist is
sounded
trying to
tedious.
winnow down our numbers.
Is there anything we can do up here on this deck to negate the risk of people jumping overboard? Can we, like, I don't know, push things up against the side so it's harder for people to just jump over without being caught first?
can
Or
we-
anything we can do to build it up, at least until we get to land?
Could we, like, maybe order all people who are not currently stationed someplace to have to go down into the galley? And then sentry
Yes,
people by
says
the
the
doors.
silver lady. The silver lady says, yes, very much. That is what we shall do. Everyone, you have all seen this madness all around us. Some of us nearly died, or had died. And if it were not for our friends here, we would both be alive and dead, or not, whatever. This is very confusing. The point is that this is worse than my first time on this trip. Something really doesn't want us to go to Talor. But we will
kidding.
bring our supplies there. And we will get the fuck out. You are paid well. Know that your families will be taken care of. We just have this job to do.
Dark.
Everyone who is not on duty on the deck will confine yourselves down below. And we will have a buddy system. Because it is what we can do. Keep an eye on your friends, everyone. Back to work. And you go back to work.
How do we want to split up ourselves? Because I think it would be good of us.
I don't think it would be a bad idea for us to always have one or two of us up here.
Yeah. No, I think exactly the same, but I do think the rest of us do need to be down in the galleys to A, keep an eye on things, and B, in case one of us goes
Yeah.
haywire again.
We can do shifts.
Yeah. Keep watches.
In terms of people who have grappling abilities,
Me.
go together.
Did
Or, so there should be one
One per.
person.
Technically,
Yeah,
I
so-
have grapple.
so,
We have one
Nala
grappler,
and
one
I,
caster.
Nala and I do not.
yeah, and I don't
No,
like either.
Char, you definitely do.
Grappling?
Oh, I guess I have the
rope.
ropes. No, just
Yeah, you've
kidding.
got
Yeah.
the ropes.
Okay. Never mind. I can't.
The rope honestly
Yeah,
might be
okay,
more
yeah.
beneficial than what some of the other grappling methods because it won't do quite as much
Okay.
damage. I'm also assuming it won't have
Yeah.
quite as tight of a hold either.
Yeah. Well,
But it holds taut
like-
at whatever you aim it at.
Oh.
It's not.
I shouldn't go with Nala or Win then, because even if I had my ropes, I wouldn't be able to lift either of them up.
That's fair.
Oh, yes.
That should be Kieran should go with one of them,
Okay.
I think.
So
Did
my
it seem
grapple
like-
has a pretty low DC, so I would rather go with
Oh.
Nala because I don't think
Should we
that
operate in
okay.
threes
Win
instead
would
of twos?
laugh at my tattoo.
Yeah, we can
We
operate
could go in threes instead of twos.
I think threes would
that
be
works. Okay, so I can go, I guess, with Kieran and Nala, and then you three?
Yeah, sounds good.
Makes sense.
Cool. Doesn't matter. Okay, sweet.
All right, so what are the teams? I missed it. Sorry.
Me.
Nala, Shar, and Kieran,
Okay.
and then Axikras, Lilia, and Win.
Cool. So right side of my screen and left side of my screen. That works fine for
Okay.
me.
Yay.
Oh, cool.
So as the day goes by, that was a exciting 10 in the morning.
Sure was.
Yeah, can I take a short rest or a long
you can
rest
try a
if
short
it's
rest.
only 4 hours?
Yeah, I would definitely do a short
4
rest.
hours you'd be risking it, but you could try.
What do you mean risking it?
You don't know
It's
what's going to
basically
happen,
you closing your eye.
Oh,
and you would not be incapacitated for that time.
okay. Well then, yeah, I guess I'll do a short rest.
All right.
I wish there was
So
a
the
way to
first-
like have caffeine in this game to like backlog on exhaustion points. Like you'll get an exhaustion point after, but like you get like 8 more hours of activity before you need a long rest.
You get 2 exhaustion after you drink the energy drink. So you can all have a short rest. Nothing happens in the next hour.
Short rest doesn't help me too much. Oh, it actually does help me. Never mind. I will also sing a nice song of rest during our short
Song
rest.
of rest. So, Lilia,
What is
please
that?
roll the extra health for everybody. It's 2d8 now.
Yeah. So you get 8 more points.
Everybody gets 8.
8 points of healing because of Lilia's Song of Rest.
Then I'm just gonna do one more short rest.
I am back to full.
Hit point and then hit die.
I'm gonna get.
All right.
I only get my Misty Step back through long rests, I think.
So you have a short rest. Tensions are high.
Oh no, it comes back. Never mind. It comes back with short rest. Just kidding.
The next hour, 12 to 1. Everybody is on their shift. I will say the left side of my screen. So Win, Lilia, and Axikras, you are down below at the moment. Everyone else, you are up top. Please make a perception check. Everyone on top. So Nala, Kieran, Shar.
What if I'm traditionally
15.
at bottom?
Ha ha ha. 15.
Can't help you there. I'm a top. So
You said perception. 19.
This isn't about me. It's about you.
it's about Kieran. Yeah. 19. Nala, what was that?
15.
15. Kieran?
7.
7. Shar.
Like I said, he's at bottom.
You're
The
looking.
boy
You're
is
looking.
his
at bottom.
You're looking through around. Nala, you're shaken up, as is Kieran a bit from what the events.
Yeah.
Kieran, that dream is still haunting you.
Yeah, I'm still
You
kind of
people have
avoiding.
a tendency of experiencing
Sure,
dreams
yeah,
that are
we
less
have a
than
time.
Yeah, I'm
dreams or
still
more
just
than
kind
dreams.
of avoiding Char.
Yeah.
It's a good thing she's on your team.
This
I
is
am ashamed.
this is the second
Cannot look.
dream that is worse than a dream that you all have experienced.
Yeah.
Except this one sucked even more somehow.
What was the
Yeah,
first one?
because we were
Escandula.
fighting each other. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
right.
We had to watch our.
Lola.
What?
Lola.
And the
Watch,
second
uh,
time you have
Marshtown.
died in a dream, Shar. And a dream that felt real. But Shar, you're looking out. You catch just a glimpse. A flash of 2 lights in the fog. And it goes away.
How close are they to each other?
Very similar to the eyes you saw in the dream.
Oh, okay.
But you see them in the fog, just a flash for a second.
I hate this.
Staring, and then disappears back into the fog. And for the next few hours, nothing seems to occur. You change shifts. The other 3 come up. First 3 go down. Win, Lilia, and Axikras make perception checks.
Nala and I will do craft time now that we're
Yeah,
not on
I'll
duty.
finish that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Dirty 20.
So add
20.
And not gonna
21.
do that chronic one.
21.
I'm glad because I got a 7.
Axikras, this has been a weird couple of days.
Yeah.
So distracted.
You haven't been able to read very much. You've read the same goddamn diatribe about democracy like 60 times at this point.
It's not even the good one.
No, it's the bad one, which you brought. Unfortunately, you were just bringing it so that you had something to critique and keep your mind going, but you have thoroughly critiqued it. The book is filled with your scribblings. You could write a whole book that is a critique of this book.
Just with my marginalia.
And in fact, you start doing that instead of paying attention.
Amazing.
Perfect.
The other 2, though,
Oh no. Hate
you
this.
hear some fluttering noises.
Is
you
there
look
a
up.
fucking owl?
There is.
And you guys saw
Perched-
the owl before.
Perched
so you
on
know...
perched on
Okay.
the crow's nest, there is an owl. A similar owl.
I like
Familiar owl.
whisper under my breath to Win, how the fuck did it get here?
I don't know.
It's following Shar.
Or is it following us?
Should we kill it?
No. I look up at the owl, and I go,
You look up at the owl.
hey, buddy. What you doing?
Stares down at you.
I'll be nice to you if you want to be nice to me. You can come on down.
Stares.
Like, hell you don't have to. That's fine. We're doing terribly, in case whoever you're reporting to is wondering.
It's been a very rough day.
I would like
terribly.
I would like to be able to sleep without night terrors. But I mean, you seem pretty docile. You don't seem to be after us. So, if you want to come hang out, come on down.
Just stares at you.
Okay. It's like it's like when you get really bored when you're doing nothing, so you just start talking to whatever animal is by you, like it's a person. That's what Lily is like devolved into with this owl.
It's that
takes
kind
off.
of day.
Okay.
Flies into the mist.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Towards the island?
As I see it fly off, I want to use True Seeing.
You cast that on yourself. You see the owl fly through the mist. You can see it clearly. Then it just vanishes.
Shit. Do I see anything else funky in the mist this time, or just like...
The mist is still weirdly twinkly on the ethereal plane, so it's still that weird mystical thing, but it still ends about 60 feet out from the boat. Interestingly, you can now see... You start seeing, like, you see a very small island. Tiny. Just a barely... So you seem to be
Getting
nearing
close.
land masses in some form, but you don't know exactly.
Okay. Well, True Seeing's up for the next hour, so for like the rest of at least part of our ship.
Okay. You can see everything.
That's cool.
And you see the ethereal plane and everything else. No invisible creatures are seen by you or anything like that.
Okay.
And
What
the owl
happens
does
when
not
I
come
look
back.
up? Do I see
You
anything
look up. You see through the fog, which is also surrounding there, and you see a sunny sky that you do not get to experience
Well, that just sucks.
Because of the fog.
because of the fog, yeah.
We're basically a traveling little cloud.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's not great.
Could have been getting a sunburn while we're here. All right. Well, that was that.
All right. Evening comes. No more incidents happen.
All right.
And you all are off duty for the third shift. So you all head down below. The air on the ship is like the emotional air. The feelings on the ship are very quiet. That poker playing is gone. The excitable people are drinking their rum in silence and eating cold water fish and being very quiet.
Should we make more cocoa?
I don't know if we're gonna have enough for the whole trip.
No, we should let's hold off on the cocoa for now.
I'm going to like just quietly play lute underneath, just to give the space some sound.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's like sad boy fall music though. Like that's how I envision it. Like it matches the mood,
Sure.
but it at least adds something that's not silence.
Something in the background, but everybody's sort of sitting. You are all at a table in the galley. Please roll play.
1,000-mile stairs.
Well, we make landfall tomorrow. Do we happen to have a map of the area and where we're going to be landing?
I mean, we could ask the Silver Lady.
You have,
We
Maps
don't
for
have
places
anything.
people have been.
you have a
People
Venevra
have
map.
been here. We haven't been here. It's just us.
And the Silver Lady and Mold Mobo haven't gone further than Edgehold, which is the town you're aiming for.
Yeah.
I need to get up
The
on
northernmost
mountain,
town
too.
on Talor, if you find your map image, which you should be able to find, because I gave it to you a while ago. I can give it to you again. But I need to scan it with like a professional scanner. That's what I need to do.
Before we make landfall tomorrow, if anyone's comfortable, I can disguise us all with a seeming spell.
To be dark elves?
Apparently, it's actually not just dark elves that live in this continent. There are all sorts of various
Well, then what do you want to
races.
disguise us as?
Well, you all can tell me before tomorrow, and I can disguise you as that individual. Be aware, I can only raise or lower your height about a foot, and only change your standard features. I can't give you, like, functional wings or tails or anything like that.
How long does that last?
8 hours.
Oh, okay.
This is a very memeable episode. I just went through our text.
Yes.
It's good.
It's great. We're having a good time.
I mean, being dark elves would at least be a little bit helpful. I know I won't be of any use talking to anyone I don't speak. Unless everyone speaks common here. I don't speak
You
most
sort of
them.
found out prior that they didn't speak anything
Okay.
weird.
Now, it's possible that not speaking under common might out you, but
Yeah.
it wouldn't immediately,
Yeah.
would be my
It wouldn't be
guess.
suspect, necessarily. But I also don't know how much time we're going to be spending in the town versus how much time we're going to be spending elsewhere on the island. Because I need to head up into the mountains just while we're here.
And the mountains are, if you look at the map, they are past the capital anyway.
Yeah. And that's on the... But those are on the other side of the island from where the Exime place was, right?
No. The Exim is tucked into the mountains.
So it's all in the same place?
Yeah, it's all...
Okay, sorry. I thought they were... Okay, got it.
You have a map.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think somebody was just saying.
Yeah, no, I got it, yeah. But I thought... Here, I'll show you. I thought...
So yes, just let me know before we make landfall.
Yeah, you're not
tomorrow
going to
what
Frostborn,
you all
if
would like
that's
to
what
do.
you were thinking. You're not going to the west side port town. You're going to the north one. On Talor, Emily, if you're looking at the map.
That one.
Who was talking before I interrupted for map information? I think it was Oscar.
I was just
I see. Okay.
yeah.
So we're aiming...
Okay.
So we're going to get there and
think we're
hit an
getting-
actual town.
Yeah,
Here?
let me send you that Ansel as well.
Are we going... So we're going all the way north?
Yeah, north was the one they chose to go to.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I just sent you, Ansel, on Facebook, the eastern portion of Talor. You are headed to Edgehold, which is the northernmost city there.
So this river, is this a river that
a
runs
river.
through?
It is a river
Got
that
it.
follows the road, yes.
Is it possible that we can take watercraft in towards the mountains?
Are you asking somebody?
I'm asking the group if we could probably charter any
Like a smaller vessel.
way down that river.
It's definitely the fastest option.
Yeah.
That
if
seems-
that's possible to do.
That seems
don't
like
know.
a good choice.
We could also ask
I don't know
around
if
once
the
we get to
Silver Lady
Edgehold and
could
see if anyone has any sort of like other mode of transportation to get to the capital. We might get lucky.
Though, just the way it seems is that people here are not going to be very receptive
Yeah,
to us
fair.
asking them to do things. So, Nala, maybe hold on to your money.
It's like
because we're
Paris.
probably going to have to pay a lot to convince people. If we can just get like a boat or something to take us all the way to the middle, that is far and above our best
Yeah.
option we have.
Agreed. Either way, getting to the capital is going to be a pain in the arse.
Kuren, make a cartography tools check, which would be
A proficiency thing?
proficiency and intelligence.
And intelligence?
Yeah, so when you're making a check with a thing that you are proficient in, you add a ability modifier and your proficiency. So intelligence and proficiency.
So... 23.
23. You would know that river is, if you were trying to get to the capital, you would be paddling upstream the whole time.
Oh, shit.
So that's a
It is coming from the mountains.
Wait. That's unfortunate.
Well, thank you so much, Kieran, for that. That
Well, it just means it's unlikely that there's going to be someone who takes that route. Mm-hmm. It doesn't mean it's impossible to find someone, but if we did, there would probably be like a shipping boat or something, and I don't know if that's a thing on Talor.
Yes, probably land travel actually might be the fastest.
Yeah, well, we don't
way.
have any horses, so...
Well, we could hire some.
Yeah.
Horses are probably easier to come by than boats.
We just might have
Yeah.
to shell out a sizable amount of money.
That's fine. We didn't have
Well,
to pay for
when
the
we
last
arrive on Talor, we can
Figure that out.
assess our options.
We had to pay a boatload of money to get here, so yeah, once we get
A
there... we'll
boatload?
have to-
Boatload, yeah. I was laughing. Hey.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, oh, by the way, Shaw, the owl showed back up.
Oh, did it do anything?
Let me talk at it for a little bit. It seemed to be pretty calm. It just kind of stared at us. I let it know that we were having an absolutely terrible time.
Yeah, it does tend to stare.
Next time you
It's
see
a
it,
listener.
insight check it.
Oh, yeah,
It's
okay.
a listening owl. It will sit and listen to you.
Yeah. It like wasn't, it didn't seem to like be glaring with
I
any
just-
intent, but it didn't want to come any closer, so.
Yeah, I have like 8,000 different theories on what the owl is, so I'm not even going to try and figure that one
Yeah,
out.
just thought I'd let you know it showed back up.
Thanks.
You okay, Lamar? He
No.
got up with a fright.
How could this have happened? The owl?
I think he's okay.
I feel a presence.
Owl?
Heck.
Just have a sleeping kitty cat on the
Can you go
tower.
my phone charger? It's plugged in on the wall right out there.
I'm assuming like we're just spending the rest of our shift kind of down.
Yep.
Yeah, just quietly
There are a
staring
couple
down
incidents.
at the table, not saying anything.
A couple incidents?
There are a couple incidents of people having the same mist, but you guys seem to have warded yourself from it. You are strong enough of will, probably based on all the bullshit you've seen, to fight it out. You feel it a couple of times.
Thanks,
Axikras
it's the
is easily
trauma.
able to just... Yeah. Axikras is easily able to just sort of wave it away. Randomly, Axikras' body will become covered in mist, and then it'll just die down immediately. And everybody else, you feel it coming out, and you just shake it off. And a couple sailors you hear screams throughout the night. Oh no! Yeah, I got. And then they die down. Axikras runs over.
You're a busy guy.
Actually, can I spend some time on the bow during my shift and try to commune a little bit with the mist the way I did back home?
Sure. How did you commune with this back on Ouija?
I think it's mostly just for flavor.
Sure.
but-
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
I will say make an Arcana check for me.
$18.
18. You try to commune with this mist. You sit there and meditate, and this sort of... It starts coming off of your body as you sit sort of on the bow. And you focus in. This mist feels like home, but this isn't home. This mist feels like your power, but this isn't your power. Something else is here. Someone else who has the power that only you did back home. You were the prodigy, right?
Yeah.
Who the fuck's this?
Well,
And you, of
I'm
course,
also
take in what your companions have said. More loss, this god. You can make of that what you will, but you know what you want to do with this power. And this other being, whoever it is, doesn't deserve it.
Cool.
Cool.
Very cool.
Anyone else doing anything before bed?
We already had craft time today. I don't think
Yeah.
we can do it.
I think the moment I got out of the water, I just wouldn't say anything the rest of the day.
I am...
Because I almost drowned. Wasn't happy with that.
I'm gonna concede.
Oh,
and talk to Yaren a little bit. It's like when you send a spiteful text message to an ex. Being like, fine, fucking, like, God damn it, fine, I'll talk to you, but, like, I'm not happy about it.
Sure.
And I'm essentially like, all right, listen here, you motherfucker. I don't know what you're planning. I don't know what you're doing. I think now is about high time when you give us a little bit of information, because we are apparently going right into the mouth of the devil. And have already been dealing with some of his absolute nonsense. So if you'd like to, I don't know, give us a little bit of a heads up as to what we might be going into or what your plans might be, that would be useful at this point in time.
And as you say this, a feeling of comfort and calm comes over you and everyone else in the ship. There's an air of that mist problem, that thing that was really jabbing at your brain. Just isn't a problem anymore. Everybody's okay. And Lilia, you hear, all right then. Let's talk in private then, shall we? And a hand appears in front of your face. Out like this.
Yeah, I take it. I like, it's like
Grabs your hand. And you whoosh, 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 vanish. And you are standing in a sort of darkened area. It's greenish black, I would say. It's not a color, but, you know, it's black with some greens. In a void. And Yarn is standing in front of you. Or actually seated in front of you on a small throne. Leaning on the side on his elbow. Sitting bisexually in the chair.
I love that sentence.
Lilia mimics it. If there's like another chair, like she also sits and like, what?
Actually, as you go to sit down, a chair materializes for you. It's very that sort of place.
I don't intend to mimic the way Yaren is sitting, but I do.
And he says, well, I suppose you have some questions for me. Please. What would you like to know?
I would like to know if it was you that gave up the location of the house.
Yes, it was.
And I would like to know why.
Specifically the stone. All right. Well, let me tell you a little story to sort of lead into that. 10,000 years ago, you know this bit. Morlos rises, causes a bunch of fucking bullshit. Destroys a bunch of shit. We fight a war for 50 years. Me and Feileni down there as avatars, helping. Uos made an appearance once, about 30 years in, just to defend the Asari from this nonsense. But we fought. People died. Over and over again. It was a mess. Until we found this particular ritual. A way to seal him away. Use his own prison against him. Use his own stones against him. All his own energy. We'll use that. Transfer it into him and just seal him away. Unfortunately, this required a massive sacrifice. Massive sacrifice meaning that two gods who dedicated their lives to keeping the people of Venevra as safe and healthy and happy as possible had to no longer be able to help. The safety and protection and love that we provided was no longer there. Now, it's not to say that I don't trust people to do the right thing and do what they can for themselves. They are strong and good, I think, on a basic level. But we weren't there anymore. When I looked Feileni in the eyes in that last moment, I said, all right, time to retire for a bit. I did not realize how long eternity was, or even 10,000 years. And I looked down on all my people, they're their own people. And I see a bunch of people struggling that I can't do anything to help. So over that 10,000 years that I've been gone, every 200 years or so I was able to manifest just a bit. Just get past what the ritual was doing to me, what kept me there. And I did my research. And I researched what that ritual was that the cult was planning to bring him back. I researched what the stones did. I researched why the stones existed, how to get rid of them, how to destroy them. And you know, I'm so close to that one. To figure that out, to end it for all. And one thing I did find out is I can come back. I can help. But I have to hijack that particular thing that's going to happen in the next month or so. I've been using magics that I really didn't want to use to talk to you, to get you ready, you and your friends ready to really face the challenges of when Morlos comes back. It's not an if at this point. It's a when. And I was worried. I was worried that if I told you my plan from the beginning, I'm going to help unleash a god so that I can come back, well, from the get-go would seem extremely selfish, but
Lilia
it was a selfless plot. I get it. It was a selfless plot, though. Well, not entirely. It's mixed. It's sort of half and half. I did want to come back, for sure, but I wanted to come back for selfless reasons. Imagine it. Morlos comes back, it's all terrible. But you have a god, an avatar of one, fighting there alongside you. And not only that, but do you really think that were you able to seal him away again after some other great sacrifice, that this wouldn't happen again in 10,000 years from now? I live a long time. I'm a god. I'm thinking for the future. I'm sorry I didn't tell you. I really am.
I'm not.
But I think this is the way to do the best, greatest good in the future.
I do understand where you're coming from, believe it or not. Not like... I understand doing things for selfish reasons. I hope that I am not the only one you have apologized to, because I was not the only one who was betrayed. Or felt betrayed. My safety and the feelings of my safety were not the ones that were necessarily compromised.
You're talking about Lorella?
I am.
We spoke.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm clear. You know more now about how to get rid of him forever than you did.
I had 10,000 years to study.
And those plans are contingent on you being able to be in our realm again.
Unfortunately, I am just a bit. I'm missing a final couple of pieces.
So which piece are you missing?
To figure out how to destroy them forever, the stones.
So right now you don't know how to destroy them forever. You don't know how to keep Morlos at bay forever. But you're willing to risk it to resurrect yourself.
I am very close to figuring out how to do it.
Well then...
Inches away.
Then what is it?
Those stones are bound to the godly essence of another realm. Cutting off that realm from those stones is the tricky part. We all have our own realms as gods. Different sections of planes. Mine is one of chaos and weird, but is not entirely comfortable, to be honest. And Morlos's is one of peace but order, radiance but duty, and all that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And there is such power coming from the actual essence of creation. that cutting off them, those stones, in order to destroy them and destroy him or get rid of him forever, lock him away forever, not just in a prison that he built, but forever away, past a gate of magic, past a gate of divine energy, requires an immense amount of power. And I have figured out half, maybe 3/4 of a way to do it. I haven't nailed down all the specifics, but it all rests on the power that the planes have themselves and the power that we can have to manipulate them. And unfortunately, I can't manifest very well anywhere.
Sure.
So if I can come back and hijack the ritual a bit, and I know this is a big ask, but I need your help on that one.
What do you need me to do?
You need to pretend like you're ruining the ritual, but actually helping me have it succeed.
So I can't tell anyone else.
Oh, you can tell whoever you want. You just don't need to let the cult know. Because then they'll fuck it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I can do that.
Would be ridiculous.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
No secrets here. I'm done with secrets. It's not worth anything at this point.
No,
so.
okay, perfect. Okay.
So you can, but the idea is we gotta let it happen, because the only way to actually destroy Morlos forever is to destroy the stones, and we can't destroy them while he is powering them up fully from his realm because he's there, or in prison.
Right. So the only way to actually destroy him is to bring him back.
Unfortunately. You guessed it right a while ago.
Yeah. Okay, then. Okay, I'm, to be, 100% transparent, I am really, really exhausted of being jerked around by gods, as I have been my entire life, as I'm sure you are fully aware.
Yeah, I've gotten that picture.
Yeah. So, I will help with this. But I am hoping that you will be a little more transparent with me in the future, because I don't want to be treated as a pawn. I will help you. I can be a partner. But I am tired of being dragged along for the ride and having my life mapped out before me as if I get no choice in the matter.
That's entirely fair.
Do you mind if I ask you about 2 other things that have nothing to do with you?
Sure, shoot.
There has been an owl following us. Do you know what it's connected to? Is it you? Is it someone else? I have no
It's
fucking
not me. I don't know. It's someone on that plane, I think.
On our plane?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. At. All right. And then... What do you know about Tiamat?
Big fuck-off dragon. Spends a lot of time in the...
Fuck off, dragon.
In the second layer of hell. Was sort of ousted from Venevra a while ago. Pretty much destroyed. All her followers were murdered. It was pretty gruesome.
Sure.
I'm not one to sort of judge about gods and what we all do unless there's specific harm being done, and I don't think there was much harm being done by Tiamat and Venevra, at least in my purview at the time.
Just double checking.
Different sort of basic morality, but not... I don't think... I think Tiamat wants to live in this world just as much as we all do.
Sure. I have a friend who has recently become fairly devoted to her, and I don't want them to be taken along like I have been.
Well, that's understandable.
I do want to thank you for talking to me. I can't say
I just needed to find the opportune moment. It was all... Yeah.
But also, I it seems that we're going to have to be dealing with Morlos for a little bit while we're on Talor.
It is likely.
Great.
There's a convergence here that is odd. I can't really break through it. My communication, this is as much as I can manage, and I'm using this. And he holds his hand up, and above his hand a image of a bluish rock appears in his hand, right above it, swirling circling.
So you have it.
Of course. Who else?
That would have been helpful information. Jesus,
Gotta hide it from them as well, though. And I gotta give it to them at the time that is right, so that I can hijack it. How much energy I've put into this so that I can come back is a lot.
You gotta coordinate.
Yeah.
Any more information about how to actually do the thing will require you to tell me when they're doing it, and etc. It's hard for me to get through and Talor, but I have a better connection with you. And he whips his hand away and the stone
keep you
goes.
posted. I would like to just like retroactively like insight check.
Go ahead.
It's a 26.
Way better than him. He's on the level.
Okay,
Nice.
excellent.
That's good.
I don't want to have to kill two gods.
One's enough.
One is more than I like. I want to retire after this, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. It is definitely comforting to know. I know this shouldn't be comforting, but it's comforting to know that, like, we can't stop it.
There's a beauty in the chaos of the world, isn't it?
Like, it's like it's a when. It's like we don't have to rush. Like, oh no. We can't get it done in time. Okay.
Anyway, this connection is sort of fading.
That's all right. I appreciate
Because it's taking
you.
a lot of energy out of me to do this as well.
I appreciate.
But I figured it would be best to do it privately and actually speak with you. So
Yes, and I appreciate that. Thank you for letting me know actually what's going on. And I will keep you posted as we continue through Talor.
thank you. And yet again, I apologize. My secrecy was possibly stupid. But I was nervous. And I hope you'll forgive me of that. Anyway. Ta-ta. And he snaps his fingers and you just fall backwards onto the ship's bow.
Oh, fuck. She's like, fuck. Jesus. Does anyone watch me, like, just land?
I feel like there's like a toothless sailor like on a bucket somewhere that's just kind of staring at you. That's what I'm picturing in my head.
What was all that about? The toothless sailor says.
You don't want to know.
God stuff. I fucking hate God stuff. I fucking hate this shit. He grumbles and walks off.
I'm like,
Grumble,
I get
grumble.
it. I get it.
I get it.
All right. Suppose I should go tell everyone now. Oh, this is not gonna go well. So I like say to myself as I like walk back towards the galley.
All right. Everybody is there. It's a good thing we all hang out together. The same area.
So I just had a fun little chat. Went to a different realm. It's casual.
Super cash.
Super casual.
Go
Yoren, we made up. We're fine.
Sure.
Happy for you.
What? Wait, what'd you say, Kieran?
Oh, I said I'm so happy for you.
Oh, she's scratching.
Oh, thank you. It's great. However, he told me some information that is gonna be rough to follow through on. So I'll let you know what it is, because it pissed me off when he kept it hidden from me. I know where the last stone is.
Oh, good.
Go on.
Yoren has it. But we're gonna have to let the ritual finish.
So,
That's gonna suck.
I think we all knew that. Because
There's,
we knew we were going to have to bring him back in order to kill him anyway.
I mean, as much as I let him know that I will not be used as a pawn anymore, and I do, I think I got a pretty good read on him, and I do trust that he was telling me what he believes.
Do you know if he's going to give the stone to the cultists then?
That is my impression.
Okay.
He has had 10,000 years to research exactly how to put Morlos. I'm going to pause for a second.
Okay.
Can Morlos, do I get the impression that, Morlos can possibly be privy to this conversation?
You have no idea.
I stop myself and I start writing. I, take out some paper from my bag and I start writing.
Okay.
Sounds great.
She summarizes what happened during that conversation for the sake of time.
Yep.
And you are all aware now of
And-
Yaren's plan.
Then I press to digitize the paper and it burns away.
Very cool.
So, that's a thing. We still need to go there and stop it.
Is this what you expect to happen at Exion?
Exim, but yeah.
Oh, Exim?
Most
EXIM.
likely, yes.
Most likely.
We do.
I guess the more important
But we got
thing,
3 other things we gotta do on Taylor before that.
We do.
So, we got some time.
That's true.
I gotta find a kid. She's gotta go do something,
I gotta find a whistle.
Oh, cool.
If it's to be believed.
Well, if
now
it's on the way to the rift, I'm happy to help.
I think it is.
Oh, we'd
Sweet.
love to have you, Axikras.
I honestly, Axikras, I wouldn't be surprised if the rift was in the same place that we're going.
Yes.
It really sounds like it is.
It's beginning to sound that way, yes.
I think what your theory was about it being ripped open when they did it the first time, I think that's dead on.
And I am hoping that your insight and expertise with the mist can become crucial when we attempt to, I guess in this case, hijack the resurrection ceremony.
I certainly expect it would.
I'm excited for landing tomorrow. Has anyone thought about what they would like to look like for their disguises?
Fuck, I'll just be a drow, it's fine.
Yeah, I guess so.
Right, band of dark elves?
Yeah.
And a,
And a Sverfneblin.
What?
oh, yes.
A deep gnome.
A deep gnome, yes.
Ooh. Very cool.
All right.
Also an underdark creature, yes.
That's awesome. Yeah. I'll
So
cast
for the
that
sake
when
of
we
time,
leave.
you all bed down. No weird dreams. Everybody, in fact, sleeps very well after that wave of
Awesome.
calm
That's
passed over the ship.
Thanks,
Yaren.
I feel like Nala wakes up every 30 minutes of sleep just to make sure.
And the next day comes, and surprisingly, this half a day's voyage is extremely peaceful.
It's wonderful. Good team.
The fog seems to dissipate just slightly, and you can see through it. Whatever magic or whatever feeling was cast over the group a little while ago truly helped the rest of the voyage. And in the distance, you see a large friggin' island. And the Silver Lady, makes its way over as the wind picks up. Finds its way to docking and docks. The sailors all sort of look out the side and are like, we made it. We fucking made it. Can't believe it. Now this is a story to tell my children, and that sort of thing. The Silver Lady walks over to your group. Well, what can be done or can be said other than thank you? This was very helpful. Had you not been here, many more would have been dead, including anyone.
I'm gonna give her the additional money we promised we'd give her when we got here. So
She
it's
takes
50
it.
platinum. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Hands it to old Mobo. He's like, all right, well, I'll get this handed out to the crew.
A tip.
Very nice of you. Anyway, let us see if my friend is here. And steps down. Everybody, like the gangplank, and she tells the crew to start unloading.
Oh, yeah, did you cast
supply.
seeming?
I casted seeming.
Cast seeming
We all
before you
now
walk
look
down,
like
that's fine.
a variety of different dark elves of your own descriptions and varieties.
Okay. I lost this guy's name. But as you step down off the ship, a human man. There he is. Steps over to the ship. He is wearing sort of black leather armor and a black sort of cloak on the outside. A black hilted sword on his side and a black shield on his back. He's got sort of short brown hair, scruffy beard. Walks over. Hail. Silver Lady. Surprised to see you here again, he says. And the Silver Lady says, Reese, it is wonderful to see that you are still here. I have brought some supplies and some interesting travelers who've wanted to be here. And gestures towards the group of dark elves who are walking off the thing, and a Sverfneblin. You notice you all look around. It's lots of humans, elves, everything, gnomes. I mean, it's pretty
dark
eclectic
elves?
here. There are some dark elves,
Okay.
yeah. It's just pretty eclectic here.
Great.
And you're getting looks by everyone else. Reese here seems, Reese spelled R-H-Y-S, Reese.
Yeah, the Welsh spelling.
Is looking cheery enough. And everybody make a perception check for me.
Okay.
I can't see. Yeah. 5.
Oh, nice.
9.
21.
There it is, 18.
25. 26.
Hell yeah.
She's so reliably talented.
Wow.
17.
Kieran? 17. I will say that Shar and Lilia, you are able to see his eyes on the right outside of his brown pupil, or brown irises. He's got a tiny ring of blue that wraps just a ring of blue around his eyes.
Interesting.
And he says, as he looks around at your group and then at the gathering townsfolk who are staring and whispering to each other.
Xenophobic. We knew this.
And then looking very worried and nervously at you. He says, don't mind everyone. We don't get many visitors. And there's something about this place. Travelers, welcome, I guess, to Talor. This is Edgehold. It's very tiny. We have one inn. It's called No Holds Barred. It's over there. And he points it out. And, what business do you have on Talor?
We need to get to the capital.
It's a long journey. Dangerous journey.
Oh, yeah.
And people here aren't gonna just be okay with people walking around. You got any way of distinguishing yourselves?
I have my little Shadow Legion pin. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll show that to him.
Flash
He
it.
takes it or looks at it. Yeah, that'll help.
I mean, I'm still wearing my guild pin as well.
Guild doesn't help. Guild, he looks at you as an Empire person.
Maybe take that off.
And he's like, look, and gathers you around. My lady, the lady, Captain, please, your supplies are very well warranted. And he pulls out just a huge sack of gold and just hands it to to the Silver Lady in exchange. And the Silver Lady says, that is very nice of you. Is there any way, we are only going to be here for maybe another day, is there any way you could do the same thing that that you did last time to allow us passage back home? And he says, yeah, I can take care of them.
Nice.
Okay.
Anyway, travelers, a word of warning if you're going to the capital. The capital is very nice if you can get to it, but around here you can only ever see about 30 feet in front of you. And you look around and you can barely see the edges of the townsfolk as you stand on the docks of this town. Because they're coming out of the fog. This mist is just everywhere. If you want to step in for some supplies, we may be able to sell you some. The Legion base, and he points like he can see it across the way, but then goes, it's about 300 feet that way down the path, through the town, right on the edge, southward of the town. Come to our Legion base. We'll maybe be able to hook you up with something. If you're going to be traveling, well, look out for everything. The creatures, especially at night. And if you see a Legion base, if you flash that little symbol of yours, don't know where you got it, but it's legit. If you flash that symbol at any Legion base, we can give you shelter for a while. We're a big group, us, Shadow Legion, but we're spread thin trying to protect these townsfolk. Everybody on this. So
we'll just tell people we're on Shadow Legion business. If anyone ever asks.
Might work. You might be able to get to the inn tonight, in fact, with that little thing of yours. Otherwise, we can offer the barracks. Anyway. Welcome to Talor. And he walks off along with the Silver Lady, and as he says this, and you look out the 30 feet you can see in this mist. On Talor, you have made it to this island. And we will pick that up next time.
All right.
Wow.
Good job.
There was so much that happened.
Now we
oh
get
my
to the
God.
scary part of the campaign.
Yeah.
What? Us trying to kill each other wasn't the scary part?
I said
That's right,
now
that's
we
the
got
idea.
to
It's like
the scary part.
Cameron got their little bit of a battle royale in there.
Yeah,
That was
I
crazy.
see
That was
that. I see that. I was really hyped for the wizard versus sorcerer. That was awesome.
You know what we learned on the Battle Royale is that Kieran would kill all of
All
us.
of
Kills
us.
everybody.
Yeah.
That cleric just kicks ass.
Kieran
yeah.
is so bamf when he doesn't have to worry about making sure all of us stay alive.
everyone? Yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
just...
Oh, you critted me? No, you didn't. Nice.
So anyway, Max, have fun this evening, wherever
Thank
you're
you,
headed.
guys.
Love you,
And stay
Win.
safe. And everybody who's listening, thank you so much, and stay safe, etc.